Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. This is the Titans. We're there, man, we're there. And right now in a part, me said to them, I feel so vexed, right? Now do some musical thing, you know, I tell them, I have to run on, because I said, that's when I'm going to do the Titan later, I have to run on. Because you want me to run on no better. Me see the youth, we don't disable that, right? And you know, the police did that push and deal with and must take him use and disrespect him. He said them box him up last year. And you know, them think they can't go, the police are up on a disabled with no arm. No arm. And beat him. And I'll show the video to you, know, because I have the video. This should tell you the state of Jamaica, brother. This is where Andrew Holness are done. Brother, you see Andrew Holness, you see Pums Vaz, you see Tuftung, I will tell the people. You see Sniffy, yeah? You see Kevin Gugu to Blake. Remember the rest of this trying about them there are the main destroyer of Jamaica, you know, brother. Same Andrew Holness, you know. Same Tuftung, can remember now. Tuftung are the worst, Andrew the worst Prime Minister. When him a Prime Minister, can you just keep the election? Yeah, but free up the chair. The worst PR. Tuftung, when you don't have health system, that done, it don't make no sense, brother. See, good evening, you know, good evening to the one of the island. It don't make no sense, brother. We don't have no health system. But Tuftung them plan for the now. When they like down at the children hospital open, them do a big PR. Tuftung take it to the street. Instead of market me, take it to the street. A Tuftung, because she have the money, you know. Take it to the street to ask people for the street for him to stand up to the eat. But up in at the hospital, up in at University West Indies, better. This is garbage. Pums Vaz, no, and them can't tell where I'm spend money. Everything come out of fee out of garbage. That man don't still in buck. In buck. Him don't still in buck. Can't go nowhere else. Then I want him like till him buck too, you know. Yeah, Andrew Holness do nothing, you know, but just pay PR and lie. Now I'm ask you know, but when you do to the GDP, I know we can't. Now laugh, but it's bad, brother. The man will say, I go here from poverty to prosperity. Him flip it. And from prosperity, when I pay him to poverty. And from prosperity to poverty, the people them not have nothing. And then we hear Dr. Crop too, you know. Kind of killer of the youth, them now, you know. See there? Somebody get shoot, get dead, get one shot in a churchyard. In a mobile, then when the police them, they stop him, we have a gun, we go kill somebody. But you still can't leave, find some other place, go kill some people. But in my plan, and you tell me, say, you know, well equipped now, and you have the intelligence, and you never know, say, man, go kill the woman, go in a mobile, in a square, they go kill the woman. You see, that means when people want to kill anybody, them can't go kill anybody else, them not kill the right people, you know. And them not catch a criminal, them, you know. I wrong set of people, them are catch, you know. Okay, baby. That sure was. You understand? At the wrong set of people, these people killing. No two way about it. Bye-bye, baby. No two way about it. The wrong set of people, they are killing. Yes? We're going to start, after a whooping part, we're going to start with a brethren. They no I'm going to have to show that because this, you know, the police them to get charged with this. You cannot beat a no arm man. You understand? No, Papa, don't do that. You understand? You understand, Pat? It's wrong.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, you know, everything wrong in Jamaica, you know, my brother. Yeah. Greetings and blessings to the people in the chat as usual. Enough respect. You know, all blood and fire comrade, enough respect. I mean, I tell you, say, worldwide, me I send this to. Big up to my people in the 2 mile. Yeah. Big up to the Rockford Heights them. And big up to all of the people who stand for justice in the country. And there's something there, you know, because too much injustice are going on in Jamaica right now. And I mean, we've seen it escalate to a heights never seen before. And this is why we have to highlight the Andrew Holness administration for the vast corruption where we see a spread right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Where we see people who is being paid by taxpayers to carry out, you know, a work that is recognizable to the matter, serve, protect, and reassure. We not see that. We are see people, judge, jury, and executioner, no arresting now go on in Jamaica again, you know. I be disrespecting. That replace arresting. And we have to call upon the powers that being shed some light on this. Yeah, if we even have to venture far overseas and get the international community to look upon where I'm going in Jamaica, yeah, it is inhumane what is happening in Jamaica to the Jamaicans, the locals. Yet still, we have vast amount of mass migration, people coming into Jamaica, living as citizens, not an holiday, but these people are never seen to be in any controversy with the law. The law enforcement agency seem to turn a blind eyes when they see these people. You can't tell me that the police homicide record for last year as what them put out, but we know them fabricate the number. Stand at 314, but there is no Chinese, no Indian, and no Israelites, no Israeli citizen a part of that gruesome, unwanted statistic. They have not been even arrested and charged with nothing, but yet still we have seen high level of criminality as it relates to fake goods. Fake goods, my people. And why I want to highlight the fake goods, I can make a distinct comparison. The Chinese them bringing over $300 million worth of fake goods. That is high level of criminality. That is deceiving the consumer. A young man over by Portmore, Jamaican by birth, he is a maker of shoes by trade, so you'd call him a cobbler. Yeah, just put it so. But the young man makes some clocks, yeah, are resemblant shoes that resemble clocks, and only put the name clocks on it. Him there in a prison right now. He's behind bar right now as I speak. But yet still the Chinese them who are bringing millions, well, billions, because that's what one location and a several Chinese outlets we have. And we know how them operate. So them are bringing billions dollars worth of fake goods, you know. And nothing happen to them. Nothing, my Jamaican people. And we have said this can be the order of the day in the country, you know. Where the people them are born and growing in the country. We have the nationality of Jamaica. They are now fourth class citizens. They are being replaced by the Chinese, the Indian, and the Israelis. Okay? And my Jamaican people, yeah, our foreparents from Africa who was brought into Jamaica as slave for the slave master. Yeah? And we fight and liberate ourselves from slavery. A lot of our foreparents' blood was shed to rid Jamaica of slavery. And now this crime minister with him administration bring back slavery through the back door. Secretly, this high amount of Chinese national in our country beg us to believe what is the reason behind this. The Indian them, the same criteria. What is the reason behind this amount of Indian? We were at one time even a fictitious plane land our airport under this administration, and we don't hear nothing, the plane no sees, nothing, nobody no go to prison. Yeah. But an influx of over 200 and other them come here. And what we see, we never see them in a detention. No, them in a roam the street and a buy beer and a smoke cigarette and all type of thing. And having a good time in Jamaica. Make we ask ourselves, Jamaican people, why Andrew bring them people in the country and give them citizenship? Remember, Andrew them have a vote for, you know. Andrew I try all type of mechanism to increase in votership when election time come. We have to find that out. That is very fundamental as to what is happening in Jamaica. Jamaica is not a country that have a thriving economy. Jamaica has no manufacturing sector. So what them people are coming with place to do? To come run wholesale, retail, restaurant, do mechanical work, take over all of the body works compartment for vehicle, and then when they that are the Chinese, and then now them have a contract with them coming for build road and bridges and other infrastructure. Yeah. Make we look on the Indian them now. Them come, them take over electronics and jewelry. Yeah. Them are run them sector there. And them have guards, company and all these things. Well, so far I don't know whether Israeli them come for. Maybe them come for embolden the Holness administration with dictatorship style. So when you look on the amount of Chinese in our country, yeah, and what the government, this nasty kleptocratic pantocracy government give to them, unbelievable. Them get 11.5 acre up a work garden. Them get over 200 acre for build Chinese settlement. Yet still you know see them in our market, you know see them now amongst we. Them isolate from the society. So them are secret agents in our place. This can't happen, you know. Jamaican people who know see what happen to you, right in front of our eyes. Who know color blind to the color green. Who know see everything move from hand down no feet. A wobbling the ground who know sit down pan and stand up on. The ground is like a earth tremor and down no foot. Cause no sit down and allow Andrew Holness to carry out these heinous acts upon the citizen of the country. Right now, we youth them are dead left, right, and center. No Chinese now dead. No Indian now dead. And no Israelites now dead in our place. But Jamaican are dead left, right, and center. And it's been murdered by the state at an alarming rate. More than one a day. Where is the authority to stop this administration? Where is the authority? Because when I look, you know, I see a country that is under the grip, yeah, of an iron fist. Where the so-called prime minister, yeah, him orchestrate all the move. Him orchestrate the move, Dr. Crab. Him orchestrate the move, Gugu too. Him orchestrate the move, Pums Vaz. And him orchestrate the move where you say Sniffy a go with Colonel Charles Jr. Yeah? And everybody else. Tuftung. Yeah, him give him privilege. Tuftung get the most privilege, you know. Cause Tuftung is in charge. Yeah? With the responsibility as Minister of Health. And when you look on the amount of money that the Ministry of Health has consumed, maybe about $30 billion by now, and we haven't seen any result of such vast amount of investment as called the Tuftung. That's where it I read, you know. It sit at near $30 billion right now, and not no deliver. Pure PR. Yeah? And this guy do all type of various bangarang in the country. How many corruption and scandal? None such more than Market Me, where 85 million was given to one of his accomplices for pleasure. Yeah? Now we have to look on that as high-level corruption. You know. This guy has never been disciplined by the Parliamentary Ethics Committee, which comprise most GLP member on the board. Them not discipline him. Them don't ever call him in for question time. One little small something Mr. McGuire with and him brush off the journalist them and say, leave him private life alone. Nobody not stand up to him and ask him what type of private life when he is employed by the public. Yeah, when we are dealing with public expense. So we look on these things, yeah, and we see them as, you know, something where Jamaica not supposed to go through. Yeah, it's too small that it can't govern. A lack of leadership and governance, why Jamaica is where it's at the moment. There is no transparency, no accountability, and no discipline. Yeah, everybody just performing on a stage that, you know, is a corrupted stage. Yeah, that are the dance with them a dance. When you look on Sniffy, Colonel Charles Jr., him as a little youth coming to politics, just the high level of corruption we are going with. And thief-free. Right now, the guy benefit 60% from the roofing exercise where them have, where them put out a little fictitious check, so 500,000. But when you got the hardware, you only have received 200,000. No, them gone with 60% of that check, you know, and give the people 20% of the money. That need to be investigated ASAP by the People's National Party. Yeah? And this guy, Colonel Charles Jr., him need to give accountability at the spreadsheet with the people them name, them telephone number, and everything like that from Louidersville, where him dash with the paper and people find it. Yeah? Now, that paper is a paper that would relate in an ADPEM as it relates to accountability, you know. So when you look on that and see that type of information is being thrown away, it shows that ADPEM cannot be audited because relevant information that's supposed to be in the possession of ADPEM was left on the street by Colonel Charles Jr. We have a problem with that. But we know Colonel Charles Jr. couldn't dash with that unless Andrew tell him, you know. As so Andrew run the place. That is why Andrew did not want any checks and balance. When Sir Marky G, you know, outlined to him, say, well, look, we need to have an independent oversight committee for ADPEM. Him say, no, him no want that. So him continue with him corruption. Yeah, and we have to highlight these things. Yeah, we know have a big problem when it comes to security in Jamaica. Have we heard Andrew Holness come out and address the high level of homicide by the police force? No. Have you heard Dr. Crab come out and say anything as Minister of Security? No. And you don't hear from Google too. So we are looking on it now as something that been orchestrated by the hierarchies, the powers that been, the high command chief them, who is in charge of crime. But if we drag back our memory, we hear Andrew Holness say the returning resident them must come back to Jamaica and meet them maker, because the Jamaica where them leave and go abroad is not the Jamaica that them coming back to. Yeah? And then we hear Dr. Crab openly, yeah, said that the police them must not waste any resource by bringing in anyone when them go out there, they must kill them. No, we don't hear from civil society group. We don't hear from umbrella group of church. We don't hear from Jamaica for Justice. We don't hear from nobody. Yeah? We don't see the rallying cry from the common people who come out and say, no, this statement you need to resign. You cannot give such distinctive order to police to kill people, shoot them, and don't bring them in. You take up a youth, you shoot him, you drive around with him till him leak out in blood. When him dead, you can't go ask, go public, go throw him down. When you have the powers, you have everything to arrest him. When him is no threat to you, your life, nor none of your colleagues, but you just gunshot the youth them. So to the Chinese them, we are carry out it in a Jamaica. Want to know say Chinese that take out it from the people them. Want to them. Want to the nastiness that will come in our country where I get tax rebate. When I pay no tax, but in our country I operate high profile business, but they are exempted from paying tax. Want to them. And the little nasty ghetto youth them will join the police force can't realize where I'm going. We don't walk on the eye, man. Cause I look like Andrew spray some green ink in our eye on the blind. Walk on the eyes. Stop destroy the population of Jamaica. Stop it. I hear Andrew Holness and him entourage them in recent time, Tuftung included, talk about birth rate and people now contribute to economy. Andrew, let me address the economy side of things. Jamaican can't contribute to no economy when you have the Chinese and the Indian and the Israelite people in there not paying any tax. Tax is what boosts your economy. You understand? These people are not contributing, but yet still they are using the infrastructure. Where the Jamaican people and pay them tax money for bill. The sewage, the road, everything, them are use it. But yet still they are tax delinquent in our country. And yet still them come down, take away the job them from the Jamaican. So Jamaica, where you want Jamaican to lift on the phone to the diaspora and bring in the US money, yeah, through the remittance phase. I don't make enough money off of the service commission because that's what you have around the country. A service commission you around the country pan. You now around the country pan manufacturing sector, agriculture and not like that. Yeah, you give it the levy half of the backside. The levy where Michael Manley fight for globally with all the other backside producing country in the world. You nasty Andrew Holness come give it away for a contract where you and your wife have to truck them in the aluminium sector alone at work. Now, if this is not cruelty for the Jamaican people, I don't know what is cruelty. And my Jamaican people, I'm here tonight to say to you that the time is right here and right now for a demonstration as to what is taking place with our Jamaican brothers and sisters. Because when you kill a youth, we're having baby mother, it affects the baby mother, especially when she have kids and the father gone, like what we saw recently and what we've been witnessing over a long period of time. It needs to stop. And I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
Yeah, Byron.
You.
All right, so you take the floor right away because we're going to be some wicked fire, bro. You understand?
Big up the Titan, brother. Big up the Titan, brother.
Yes.
All right, big up the Titans, melting pot, big up yourself. But you are not the real professor there with me, So, and through the family day in because them flying this morning. So that is one of the reasons why the people don't see me upon the Titans. You understand? Because the professor there with me. Go back the professor say something.
Yes.
And the real professor this, you know. Hold on there. Greetings, Vaz. Greetings.
Bless up, bless up. What are you doing?
I don't know.
All
Watch
right.
you all the time, man.
Yeah, man, we're there, man. I feel do what I have to do, you know, we're not playing around here.
Yeah, we see, man. We can't play with them.
No, sir.
Guys, you know, see what them, you see what really happening. If we play with them, we break up a lot of things, man. And we don't want to break up a lot of things.
True.
Yeah, man.
True.
So all is well.
Yes, man, everything is well, man, but they are, you can just give them some clay and then melting pot, finish, melt them up. You know, because we have to hammer them, you know. Because they're dangerous, you know, them do a thing named PR. Yes. Yeah, man, I tell them, man. And we have enough down in the basement, you know, so it's good.
Yeah,
Yes,
they need some conk in their head, man.
of course. Of course. Yeah, man. So, yes, man, we're there. All right.
A wife and father, you know, so
yeah, man, but big up where you mean, man. Big up sister. And big up daddy. You know, oh yes, man. I said go.
People them know several, you know, that is just the reason why they're not having to slide into there.
Yes.
Next week, same fire, same judgment.
Sure.
Bless up yourself, my family.
All right, sir. We're going to beat them here. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So, we can finish past them up now. So, hear this now. When you have a country where you can't take the police who are supposed to serve, protect, and reassure, and you turn them against the citizen. Remember a guy like a criminal. Nobody now color code that. That in a WikiLeaks. Me I talk to Chubby Dread brother. Chubby Dread is one of the big JLP activists from South. A matter of fact, he used to run Southside. You was them know him. See them get him out. Chubby Dread brother that to me I talk to today. Okay? You hear him tell you which part club they done a Dido. When you look in a WikiLeaks, you see in a WikiLeaks, a Dido that you know. I see him Dido that when them I say they owe money to Dido, to him say man. Nah man. I him them call Dido.
Yeah man.
Good? A Dido. And him tell a point blank one who can tell you the whole world. No, we have so much people tell about crap. Crap shouldn't be no national security. Him shouldn't have no secret about how police work. You can't put that in a criminal hand. Crap can't travel. Crap of violence. A matter of fact, crap of terrorists. We not put no producer, because he not produce music or he might produce something else. He might terrorist. Then can you imagine if a deputy prime minister can't travel? And you have the police them. Look what the police them are doing. Let me show you something. Let me put up this. Look what the police them are doing yourself. Look on these people.
Policeman, look, choking this man to death. A one-arm man. Look, a matter of fact, no harm. No. Man, what do you think about that? Yeah, see, he must.
See you there now. See me now. See, one shoulder and then a little piece him off, right? Look what about with him. Look
Councillor Colin. Jape up him and choke him on a while ago. Look, go viral. Look, him and look. When this policeman choking this man to death. This man to death. A one-arm man. Look, a matter of fact, no harm. No. Man, what do you think about that? Yeah, see,
look that you know, see a short sleeve that you see. Cause one of the things them we up here say, you know, up here say then, and the other one there. Cause I think him go climb a tree, must be breadfruit tree, or breadfruit or something. And the high tension where you burn it off, you know. He wake up in the hospital when burn off, so him lose that and the way up here so. And him them a beat yesterday, this or the day before. See him there?
Councillor Colin. Jape up him and choke him on a while ago. Look, go viral. Look, him and look.
Look there, nothing, the police and this is what the police them a do. And then you come out to come talking to people. And somebody right on him screen, which I maybe one of them criminal let's see him wake. A criminal in the force now, you know. I say him have gone and police take gun from him. Oh, him have what kind of gun? This is how them wicked, you know. This is how the youth have to say no, brother. See the youth now, look on this now. Look here.
People keep on seeing me, telling me to be careful because of my own rights. This person come on my page to leave this negative comment. Him shoot off a police, so them have to take gun off all time hand. You see me with no hands? You see me with no hands? Did I get locked up? So if you cannot know me.
Me rewind that. Yes, him this, you know. Him look like somebody with Antonio. Eh? And then the eyeglass, them all love go on people page, go right. You see them right? Him shoot off a police. Eh? And police take gun from him. Now, and you know, if you can abuse and beat disabled in Jamaica and box down all man, one cannot be trusted. Yeah? So Dr. Crab turned the force now in a bone crusher, because them bullet they crush bone, you know. Because him have stone crusher. So him take the whole police force and turn it in a bone. It's a gang, you know. A criminal gang. Criminal organization. Oh, you, hey, the people them who have beat this stuff. Because the people them have to see this, brother. This is a goddamn disgrace. Play it again. Play it again.
Me I call upon you as the Prime Minister to shed some light on my situation and what I'm going through with the police force at this moment. The police commissioner, I'm asking you please to shed some light on my situation because I feel like my life in danger because I keep on getting death threat. People keep on seeing me.
Oh, we forget him death threat. Wait, now, if we go see him and shoot him and I say him draw a gun for one and fire shot, I want to return the fire. Can I have no hand, you know? I'm not like this, you know. So, maybe that's one on the farm now, you know. This bad door, he don't want to stay at Jamaica, no, brother. He want to leave. Listen to him. Him afraid. Hear this.
Telling me to be careful because of my own rights. This person come on my page to leave this negative comment. Him shoot off a police, so them have to take gun off all time hand. You see me with no hands? You see me with no hands? Did I get locked up? So if you cannot know me and can sit down behind a phone screen and still a blatant lie like that at me, that to show you what type of people live in our country with. Andrew Holness, I don't want to be in a country where the Jamaican citizen hate the police and the police hate the Jamaican citizens. I don't want to live in a country like that. I prefer to live abroad. Me, I beg Andrew Holness. The only millions you have in your bank account, you can't give me one plain fear for me just leave the country. Me will change my nationality. Me don't want to be no more Jamaicans. Because if me is a handicap, I want to call me a handicap, you know. Me not go pretty it up and because I'm not disabled. A handicap when they call me.
Police are beat. Him, day before yesterday. Him them are beat.
If you can see a handicap, brutally abuse a handicap for no reason at all whatsoever. Him never verbally disrespect you. You understand? Or go out of context with you. And you can physically abuse a handicap like me. What would I do with a man who have two hands? What would you do with a man who have two hands? You understand? Y'all take all my juice from me. So you tell me so me feel hungry then. Me feel suffer.
Or if you take all film juice. If you have it now one of them. No, but them police are wicked though. Eh? Them people, brother, you can't angle them so, brother. Can you imagine? Your arm if you're using and look what the police them do to him. Yeah, what them do him last year and then this year. Hear this.
These are the things that me have got through Andrew Holness. I mean, I call upon you to shed some light towards me.
You see that hand them go up there, you notice how it freeze together so in the bend. At the burn, you know. And you see that skin that grow and it freeze, it can't even come out, so you know. Because they lose that part and them lose that gang way up to the shoulder, the other one. And him them mash up it the day before yesterday, brother. Them are police, yeah. And he himself know this them. Eh? This is unbelievable. When you see it, you know, we like show this. And fire do it to him, you know. He must go pick something for a lady. She must want a breadfruit and the high tension boy go run like the tree where touch that run through and it grab him. And burn him up so. You see this? He more need help more than anything else and him police a beat. And a threaten for kill. Eh? Can you imagine, man? poor is a crime in Jamaica, you know. I'm going to teach Dr. Crab something, but I'm going to play this. This bad.
Situation. Because police are very dangerous. Last year, me das reggae sunfest and police box me much in time and I know me not get no.
Oh, you for backside, him much time and not doing nothing. Them they can't be police. Let me play it back.
If you suffer, these are the things that me I go through Andrew Holness. And me I call upon you to shed some light towards my situation. Because police are very dangerous. Last year, me das reggae sunfest and police box me much in time and I know me not get no justice because of that. And see they come back again this year. Police assault me again. I'm calling upon the Ministry of Labour for Disability to reach out and shed some light on this situation. It's going too far. Enough is enough. I do not have any vendetta against the JCF. I respect police officers. I don't have a problem with them. I'm just talking about one specific officer that is penalized me and I need it to stop. The harassment need to stop. I'm asking you, please guys, let me leave this country. I do not want to be here with you.
No, him no. What more need than anything? And look him go through and survive that I never plan to kill him. And him say them threaten him. And people are telling him to be careful. A man, we don't harm him. Eh? You tell me if this is a good police force right now. The man them catch some criminal and train them up and put in the force them and go on with some things outside. Eh? Everybody may see one of them have a video of me can't show no right now. Right? Where them police drape up one man and the next man just whooping him out and then they kick him in the chest. And they go for the man there. The man have on a shirt and nothing and they drape up the man there, you know. Drape him up somewhere there and thump him. Yeah? Wall up on him and thump him and then take out him gun and
You see it?
good. All these things now. Can you imagine, man? Eh? Me see them have a next man up in my pass, you know. What? Keep on going. You know. And I like the police that conduct something. You know, you look and I like them conduct something and you impede them. Walk and keep on walking. Listen. I ain't proper command that, you know, brother. Because the people, them have for them time to just move along. You can just tell a man, you just, if him look upon you, tell him walk and keep and push him and you have a charge him. That if you have a scene, like a crime scene, and you deal with something and they impede you, you don't have no scene. So you're not supposed to touch man and tell him, walk and keep on moving and build. And this is like when you have some illegal march, where them car march, they're supposed to be illegal. And then that tell us not stand up one place safe for watch. So now you say, no, not about the law, when I use by the people, you know. The people is a crime, man. You understand? This have to stop. He might forget some justice to, you know. And anything happen to him, one or the police them will beat him to, you know. The one who backs him down last year under 1 year because we see him, but we want police. When you call me and get the name there for the police to the man. Go and look through him file, man. Because dirty cap, you know. When I ask, can I tell you something? You know, if you ask, when I tell you, say these 10 people, they will not look at you and do these things. Especially they come from ghetto. Yeah? Anybody where you see like exalt from people like that, you have to be careful of them. Yeah? Them now come from nowhere good. Yeah? And then when you run them back, run them all criminal before. Because these 10 people are table manners, they would not do that. You that serve, that's what them now do. You that protect and reassure. So who them are serve and protect and reassure people? Because if you have the public, you know. Remember that Andrew when I work for, by the way, remember just teach you something. When I'm not working for Andrew, the DPP, none of them really. When I work for the people of Jamaica. Taxpayers money pay. It appear Andrew too, you know. It appear all politicians and those bureaucrats. Yeah, taxpayers money. So really the people them where you do so and then you work for, you know. I don't care where you buy tax. Yeah? Something want to know this and stop on the bulls. Yeah? And Andrew or crab you work for. And when you think about the commissioner, the chief constable. Well, it's a little bogus one, you know. The one I don't have the same power, you know. I just the management part of the thing, is that yeah. So you know, so well, man, you know, you have some senior man they get out and say yes. And then them that brief, you know, go outside, show respect to the people, them, make sure everything all right. That means if a man is a criminal, make sure you protect them people here. When them see a present, you know, people behave themselves and whatever. You know, you go out there no cause mayor. That don't make no sense. It can't. You can't born in a ghetto. You come from the rural and then you treat people like this. And the worst thing, no. We'll never go up on Narbrook. Now go up on Narbrook, Cherry Garden, or Beverly Hills, and deal with nobody up there. So, when you can't go search a house. And me can make me guarantee you, if you go up at them places now, you have more than 100,000 tons of cocaine up there. Can't up there them keep. Nobody now search it. Nobody them too big. A matter of fact, when you go for Casby the other day, I know me not say when you put on a bang upon him. When you treat him like him is a king. Him walk. A matter of fact, him get a station bill for up so much money. I want to try to kill the argument. We can't kill the argument of Holness. But you see, when you're poor, it's more like a crime. I only come from poor background because I not see no rich boy, picnic, giant police force. When I shit, you know. When I garbage. I not see no rich man, picnic. I not see none of the others on them. But Richard Stewart, what name? Adam Stewart. And Finn picnic. Well, them never got join the police force, got train and join it. Them that do it, no. Them rich. While bleaching and it must have some Nissan left and some people. Any one of them that join the force? Any one of the S of them and them people in the force? And the Matalan and them people, the one them have money, them in the force? Them not have no time for that. See? But when there, anybody from Tankwell, the Tankwell boss, and he making people them go join the force? Remember, you know, in a Jamaica, in a Canada and them place there. Even in a UK, because we have the same kind of man in a UK. The Queen picked them, go serve. The rich man picked them, ever serve. These are the things that we look panning up at. The Queen picked them, serve, the one of them. Charles served to, you know. Andrew, the one of them decorated. And Andrew, two sons, them serving. King Charles. Him son, them serving, the two of them, you know. Fly helicopter, them do this, them serve. See? Any one of the rich man them in Jamaica, you say for them people come out, come serve anything better. More than a rap poor people better. A country can run. Can be like ask these questions, you know, because we don't see them do nothing. See? And you stand up and the poor people, them like them are either, hey, the rich man, them to go away. And them have the most cooking in the country and must stop like this. You see me, I say, mega what? Yeah. Rich man picked that giant, the police force. Which one of the Samuda? But the family, no, him not giant nothing. Him not giant nothing. See? Which one of the Sam, Macho Sam, which one of them, the big one there? That's Samu. Me not talk the politician Samuda. We talk the rich man picnic. You see them now go nowhere. Them now do nothing. You see them go to if war broke out or them take the money and run. All them do to Jamaica is tear it down and full it with coke. And then they want thieving criminal government like Andrew Holness government. Can remember no mistake, you know. Let me tell you, hey, for being poor is a crime. Yeah? Yeah. If the youth was a rich youth, and them number one, them not touch him. Because them know them out of the force. And them get lawsuit, and them go to prison too. You think a joke? See the little boy, the 9-year-old youth. See the woman that drive there, there's a wife. And the stepson, me no know about seeing the way. And what them do? Them slit him short. Them kill him. Anybody go to prison for it? The government that talk about it. She not up in her phone. You know what the government do? The one of them run out and not talk about, you know, condolences. And me, the man will come out and say condolence, why you know, say I kill him. But when them talk, don't make no sense. When them they talk, don't make no sense. Them carry go to court. But come out of it. You dead and buried. She alright, her husband alright, and the family alright. We not see what going on in Jamaica. You know, see more than one law there. One for the rich and one for the poor. The one for the rich, them can't do nothing wrong. Look here, them are criminals and the most coke. No one touches them. Yeah? The one for the poor now, them just blame upon something and kill you. Let me say something to you, Megawatt. Now, you was a police in Jamaica. A police really want to deal with crime. You come from ghetto, we don't ever come from ghetto. Can't be a police, me just give them an idea. So me can't them not do no police, you know. For what I can kill people, that are not policing, that are murder. And tell me bullshit. Now, if you can find food to eat and clothes to wear, you can't even buy a good shoes. And me come and book you with an M16, and it's not take my life. What make a kill for? Because tell me what now, that no, I got put me in a real police skill, no investigative skill. So what? Because I want to flip you, you know. Yeah, because you can't buy that. Me not ask. So me know say that come from somewhere. So me want to go up the ladder. Me know what me I kill you for. That's not good for the country. Me want to flip you. Let me tell you something what them not understand. You have some youth in America. You see when them bad in a computer wizard them. And you see when them go and them break something and book a FBI, want them to more FBI do with them. Them flip them give them an offer. We can't send you. Can't them know to them a genius. Well, I said we can't send you a prison for a long time. But hear this. Join we and use your skill and fight against them. Because them can make the virus and make the Trojan horse and make the thing them, you know. Them imply them. Them flip them. Because them, you know what, destroy him every map them kind of brain there, for jam up Pentagon and jam up some place. You don't destroy them there. Them that wizard. Them bad pan them skill. So you use it. A matter of fact, that's why we know Jamaica now move. In a World War II, when them go for Hitler, them say Hitler kill himself and thing. What you think them do with the scientists them? Them take them. Them not kill them, you know. The same scientists who make it, that's why them could have dropped atomic bomb. Down in Japan. Go look where the scientists them come from. Them did advance. But you know what you see? Because they have different mind and how them think. You understand, Pat? So them go and these people, them capture, them give them everything to, you know, come work for we, yes, so. You know, I send you a prison, you know. You get freedom, yes, so. Because that make country advance. Them not destroy them. You getting up and destroying some youth and think about crime. That is not fighting crime. When you fight crime, you pluck crime out from the root. Crime coming like when you have an abscess. So if you just squeeze it, it'll come back, brother. Don't know if you take out the root. You better?
Have to.
Okay.
Have to take out the root.
So these are what I try to show with these people. They're not fighting no crime. Them doing bulls. Yeah? You can't get up and when you kill 311. That is murder and tell a lie. Them are killing at your house. See there? You don't have no arm, them are threatening to kill him too. Them box down old man. No, me see that little idiot. Let me teach him something about poverty. Let me give him a little lesson. Let me play him because me know some very, hey, crab, you for go away, you know. You for go away. Let me play crab. Hear a crab say yes, brother. Hear this.
Are also characterized by other dysfunctional activity. You have not necessarily, well, poverty is not the cause of crime. And I'm not one to advocate that. We have had many tough communities where you have.
It's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. Now come to the food. Yes. It's a poverty, not cause crime. So remember play something to him. Not alone in the imagination, you know, say you can't listen to crap. Yeah? Before I play what I play, I want to play two things and then bring in part. Yes, Papa. All right. But I play two things. Right? So, we know it's a poverty And research like what somebody just put up, so like 80% leading to this. We might have come from things and we might have got through certain things and what people them go, and everybody are gonna go through that. When you there and you hungry, you have some youth of them baby mother, why you think them go rob? You can't feed you have some little one like this, and when them hungry and you are feel hungry too, and them come and you say, boom bad. I work, you know, sometimes people say you can have some people for work in a pot. Whether them are wash tree or something, them are teach something out of your house, you know. Even look at food, you know. And though you pay them, you know. Because it's not enough really for to feed them, you know. You think of them people that have money and them rich pot, them that can wash their dirty clothes. You feel so? You feel if the man them are garbage, right? No, my life, that's what life. See, they feel so the man them will take up the garbage, right? If them did win lotto tomorrow, you think they might go back on a truck back and go give a chance to take up garbage, brother? You feel so?
No, them.
Eh?
No, them not gonna do that.
No. Eh?
Can them have something we and them are gonna elevate them life.
So you feel say if any one of them were working in the tourist industry right now, you feel say that the food is stop that. You feel say if them win the lotto now, them are going to go clean 15 toilets for the day. Where people mess up the you feel say them are do that? You feel say we just get rich overnight, we need the lotto. We don't go there so. Them are go BP go sit down and them can't use bathroom and answer phone. When to poverty in a cause crime. So a man hungry. If you have billions or millions, you don't go downtown, go pick a man billion. I pick 1,000 Jamaican from a man. Why you do that? You tell me now. Bye-bye. You tell me now. Eh? Make us teach him about poverty, brother. Let me teach. Let me play this. Let me give him a lesson. Because I'm dunce, you know. Him dunce. Let me give him a lesson. Play this.
Cause crime. Have you ever wondered about the link between poverty and crime? It is a question that many people ask, and the answer is not straightforward. Poverty is often associated with crime, but the connection is influenced by various...
Yeah, the influence. Remember, you know, the big boy, them criminal, you know. But when you in the poverty-driven places, you will commit a crime not because of greed, but because of wants, because of needs. Them know we're greedy, because them have more than we can carry them for them lifetime. Them have billion, but them still a thief more. That's how about Andrew Holness administration, kind of criminal administration. Yeah, very greedy. Watch this.
Various social and economic factors.
Okay.
From a socialist viewpoint, poverty is not merely an individual issue. It stems from economic inequality and societal structures.
Okay.
At its essence, poverty means lacking the resources to fulfill basic needs such as housing, food, and health care. When individuals cannot meet these needs, some may turn to crime as a survival tactic or to...
Thank you. No, because one of them not have no need, so them not going to turn to crime. Big dirty thinking crap. But for styling, you can't believe them that come out of them mouth. Oh, people vote for them now. I'm a criminal. And I talk about poverty not lead to crime. Me never even have to play this. Because that's just 1, 2. No professor couldn't come and tell me same study and come tell me nothing otherwise, you know. Me running work right away you want to be a professor to me. Because I want to know where my tax is. And we can't give enough instant. Continue.
improve their circumstances. This is often referred to as crimes of poverty, which can include theft or other offenses driven by necessity.
Yeah, why? Necessity. And I like you want to do it in a better. But if you hungry, you have too much people to feed, and you see something that's a man say, boy, I'm going to book a shop there, so. And you know you can't do this, you know, even some I'll go one time and I'll go back, you know. Them just want to make one money for some start, you understand? Some that are done, so them are go back. Some are going to take up the gun because I saw them can't get a job. Them never get no good schooling because them mother never have no money. No tertiary education, them not get no education at not even basic school. Them now not to do nothing. It leads to poverty. It leads to crime. So when income tax is bullcrap, continue.
Socialist theory posits that crime is closely tied to the economic system in place.
Thank you.
In capitalist societies, wealth and power are often concentrated among a small group, while many individuals live in poverty with limited opportunities. This inequality fosters conditions where crime becomes more likely.
Thank you. So answer poverty, it will come more like that, of course. And I like every single man I want to do this, you know. But me I tell it greedy. Then look at bad, all right. So if poverty not bring crime, what you doing at the garrison kill out the youth? Why you not go to the garden or kill the people them up there? And up on Narwood, why you not go to Jacksonville? Why you not go to Beverly Hills, go kill them up there? Go kill for them, pitney them. Or it be that you know drop no curfew up in a them place there. Narwood and Cherry Gardens and them place there. You know, they get to kill the people, them boy, you say poverty not do it crime. You know, see him done, son. Continue.
Particularly among those who feel marginalized or excluded from economic benefits. Laws frequently protect private property, reinforcing economic disparities and criminalizing those who lack resources. Marxist criminology suggests that in a socialist society, where the means of production are collectively owned and wealth is more evenly distributed, crime rates would likely be lower.
That's true.
This is because poverty, which drives many crimes, would be significantly reduced or eliminated.
Yeah, we drive many crime. And yet we come about poverty because some people, you know, so Tivoli here, most of them done, some only vote for them. You know, yeah, the girl said what she do with her longitude and her longitude. She said them done, and they have no birth certificate. And poverty want them down there, you know. So them take man feet. Eh? Man of them a draw them from them all 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you imagine, man? Most of them man they are rapable, you know, brother. Pedophile them too, you know. A pedophiles. Eh? Continue.
Additionally, work in such a society would be more fulfilling and less alienating, addressing some causes of crime linked to social frustration and lack of purpose.
Okay.
It is essential to recognize that not all crime is a result of poverty.
No.
Some crimes are committed by wealthy individuals or corporations, often termed white-collar crime, which are motivated by greed rather than...
Yeah. Them not greed. Because when you have some 100, them have one wine, but them still, and them government still a rob. It come like, all right. That's why I say you see them to get more punishment in a part. Because when you have like a mama cow, brother, remember, you know, she a liar. Yeah, she a liar. She a speaker of the house. She a get all kind of things. She a get a big salary. And she turn around and rob taxpayers' money and tell lie. No, she should have get her 200 years. She's not supposed to allow back in politics. Yeah, that is greed. She not hungry in a pot. She just a thief. So you have different style of thief to me, you know. So when a man go thief a mango, I him go because him hungry. I make me use the word before in a pot. Say if me a police and me say a youth go in a supermarket, our baby mother or something and she took up a milk to go feed her youth. When I lock her up for. If it's a man going to go thief something to go eat, what I do? I try to talk to some people if the garden not work. So me keep him out of that. Me don't want this crime. Because hungry leader to these kind of things. But when they have like Mama Cow, when she had the speaker, brother, she get money for truck and she tell lie. For like 6 years, she collect money, she make 2.8 million there, so she take her next 1.6 million. Remember, she get her pay, you know. Remember, she a liar, she make money everywhere, you know. But she greedy. Andrew is greedy too, you know. Andrew agree, them greedy, you know. Pums Vaz them too, you know. No, when you deal with them kind of people, yeah, leeching and the one of them greedy, you know. Yeah, push up some feet from people now, kind of little things. Them don't know when them commit, it's a different thing. When me say little get to you, go and a man do some book thief, me not say if you got thief a goat. But all them angry man, all them push him. Them the push and you want this like this, brother. You understand? Continue.
Necessity. Inequality also fuels these crimes, as the affluent seek to increase their wealth at the expense of others. Research indicates that poverty and socioeconomic instability can lead to higher rates of certain types of crime, such as violent crime and theft. However, Strong social institutions like family support, education, and political stability can help mitigate the impact of poverty on crime rates. Without addressing the root causes of poverty and inequality, crime remains a persistent challenge. In practical terms, poverty alleviation through socialist policies, such as universal access to housing, health care, education, and fair employment, can help reduce crime by tackling the conditions that lead individuals to offend. By prioritizing social justice and reducing economic disparities, a society can create safer and more equitable communities. In summary, poverty does contribute to crime by creating conditions of need and exclusion. However, it is the broader economic system and inequality that shape this relationship. From a socialist perspective, eliminating poverty through collective ownership and equitable resource distribution is vital for reducing crime and promoting social justice.
Okay, good. Can I say when I start teaching children, you know, when crap comes said it throw me off completely. Him just go on and can't tell me, you know, rather listen to 2-year-old maybe more than listen to him. Because I be a garbage them talk, you know. Remember play this. You're that 16-year-old youth, yeah. You're that youth apart.
30-minute special called Breaking the Cycle. We looked into the root of the gun violence affecting teenagers, but poverty is something that impacts everyone living through it. Kristen Goodwillie takes a look at how poverty plays a role in the violence we are seeing in this community.
22-year-old Lamont Gracia grew up in the Newburgh neighborhood of Louisville.
I didn't have as much as everybody else had, so I always felt like out of place.
Incarcerated at 16, he hasn't been out since.
I felt the need to get money to get clothes that everybody else wore because my peoples couldn't afford the type of clothes that I wanted to wear.
Arrested for burglary, Gracia says he wants.
Yeah, him did want to turn out a basketballer, but him not the closing people them can't give him from 16 in the behind the bars. And if you see what them do, them interview them people and them know. So you know, you get real sample of things, but you don't know. Can we grow up in a real get and say what poverty do? You have certain places where you look some youth that go grab a chain out of 2 miles, and then they have the little man there, the little jeweler man over that part there after Crescent Road there. So them just go sell them and them go use the money to buy little food. Them have to go back, because them not have no work. So them have to take the bus from down the road. And then them grab it and them move. But my boy that talk is bullshit. The one crab, hear this.
Wanted to be a basketball player, but even playing sports costs money. Money his family didn't have.
They couldn't afford it. Like they'd be like, all right, he can make the team, but you have to pay this amount of money for the uniforms, traveling, and this and that.
As crime continues to rise in Louisville, there is one factor that officials like Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Elizabeth Jones-Brown says cannot be ignored.
I mean, I think most of our cases have a root in poverty, and that if these particular kids grew up in a better neighborhood, they wouldn't be doing this.
This map shows all of the homicides that have occurred through November 15th. Now overlay the community's most impoverished areas. There's a correlation. This U.S.
So look, I look on the same thing. In a way, I see people are dead and everything. Just looking at Jamaica, up at Jackson, them dead, up at Cherry Gardens, up and now with them are dead, brother. And I'm okay. But this little piece of shit just comes and now poverty now have nothing with you because some people come out good. Me tell you, if you have a piece of garbage like that to come talk, look here.
Census Bureau data is from 2019.
So there's a lot of issues that are deep-rooted in poverty.
Poverty that Roots 101 owner Lamont Collins says is historically synonymous with crime.
We need funding. People know that. We know you can't change something unless you put money to it to change it and resources.
Why didn't you think ever like that you wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer?
I never seen it.
But she shouldn't even ask that because it's a basketball and the money. Or I'm going to turn doctor a liar. Have money again. So you just do it across. She asked a question, but me just say, every month turn a basketball and them couldn't get money for even go train and do nothing. Doctor a liar. More money again. See that?
In my surroundings to where I would be like, yeah, I could do that too. It just wasn't realistic to me.
Resources that could change the trajectory of a kid's life. I'm Kristen Goodwillie.
All right. So, Carver, you know, we have to come shut her down with this because you can be national security minister, but you don't believe about poverty. Let me tell you this. The reason why you could have got captured down there, sir, are because of poverty. If I did sensible people with money, there is no way you would never win. If I never poverty, no for uno, and you can't win no seat. No for uno can't win no seat. No don't but no criminal, not that. No uno cannot win a seat. Queenie couldn't win. No for the she couldn't win. You know, the boss one other. Them they can't win. A true poverty cause this. The girl in a West Kingston tell her what she do with her, what she say a longitude and statitude, what she say. See, she tell you some of them don't even know them don't even Christian. Eh? You think of them people that have money now, you could have stepped to them. Why not do it to the people them and now? Let us ask you, Cherry Garden and them things. Why the police don't go up there and raid and do things? No cocaine up there now. Guns, ammunition, the most court there and now than Cherry Gardens and Beverly Hills. Even when the Prime Minister full of cocaine, full of illegal substance, there will not be one police go and knock on a gate like that. You live free in this place like bird. And you don't stay about poverty not do this? Eh? Why them not going to make some raid up there? Why? Me just ask a question. Why? Eh? Why them not drop some curfew up and now with an house-to-house search? Yeah? And tell them to move on. Oh, you don't see what you find. Hey, God blind, hey, something going to find up there that's unbelievable. Eh? But in no come here so, to trick the dons them. You know, and the poverty cause it. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you something, Pat. When remember say them pay for full them bus to go them meeting. If them people did have money, you think them could have paid them other Vaz, could have Pums Vaz, them could have back some man, and pay and give a little gas to come a rally? You think that could happen? You think if them people have them money, there is no way them people are win. You couldn't even thief something because them now. You think Andrew could have backed them up and tell them bag of lies, so them not go to school because of poverty, no brother. Yeah, because you understand, so them not do not study, them not first in study. So Andrew know that time to look at social science. So when them does, and remember that a part of political science, him come with them lies and can. You listen to them on there, Tuesday something change, Wednesday something change, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every day him come with something else, a flip-flop. Him coming like the little slip as a dirty up, the woman them heel back, flip-flopper. Yeah, Andrew Holness. Be a lies and can. And the rest follow him. Saying, it ever never power. You think you could give them chicken that rasta get him throat cut and a fight over chicken? And because of poverty. Eh? That you can give them $5 grand and them go pan bus. Boost already a carry down people down the country. And when you look, man, they lick off down a bamboo. And them still go keep them meeting. You don't respect. You think if you have your money, you can drive in a bus and cram. And when them want, if you have your money and you're rich, why the rich man them don't follow them and do what them do? Why not see them go join the line and come vote? Them don't not vote. Them are run things without come vote so and expose themselves. You know say that them do part. Eh? So why matter about poverty? Eh? When the youth them come out and do some things and because of necessity, when them thief are because of greed, are because of wants, you know. Because of needs, make poor people do some things, you know. You think, if I never poverty, you think none of them girls over here run a back with sell them skin. Right now, in the community, I be a skin I sell. Both girls and boys. Yeah? If I never poverty, but Big Mama couldn't trick they get a queen them. Neither queenie couldn't get a mountain to climb. Actual poverty, it couldn't, it wouldn't work. It would not work. You understand? So them can you imagine Papa, that you have to live in a gully? Eh? How much rich people in the gully I live? Where them fly them jet go pick them up at night time and drop them off at morning time. How much of them rich? Eh? Where come from where in the gully right now? How much of them? You know, find one. Let me tell you this. We know that everybody can reach. But you must can afford that you can live in our house. We live normal life here. Normal. Right? But you don't have to knock next door and beg the cassette. I mean, everybody about us a drive. See? In a Jamaican term, them call this which this their normal life. It's a normal life. So nobody now come back. You leave your key in a car, brand new vehicle, and you go to go see your key in your vehicle. You look for your key and can't find it. Some other place that gone pat. Eh? You know have the fence, but when everybody have the opportunity like this in them nice place, and you're good. You live good. You can't go see part by your veranda, nobody not trouble you, know.
Yeah, man.
You can just sit down and drop a seat, nobody not trouble you. You have fence? No, it's not the fence there, you have grass. And round at the back there, you just sit down out there if the thing not cool, and you're good. See? Nobody now, you know, see nobody I try tip to it because when you have them, have it too. You see me I talk about Pat? No,
Yeah.
if you alone have something, you know, in a ghetto, you know, and then they have the have not, brother, even your friend, they may set you up. They might not come themselves. But if they know some other man can even rob you, yeah, and come back and rob you again, when them can get something, they will set you up. Because they have not, and you understand? And they want something, and maybe you give them a thing about them and say, he have this. That's why it's not good for you alone, you're on avenue, or you alone have. We don't believe in that neither. See? And if him himself, him forced to come rob you, especially if a little mean Marvin, because you know you have some people that mean Marvin. You go up and you get a little thing and you mean Marvin, but you live same place. If him come and rob you, I'm going to kill you, you know. You may because remember you can identify him. That's why enough people dead them way there, you know. You see them police and all work, them don't know all these things. See? Most of the time when you see how some people, some people get all rape and kill, and them kill them, are people who know them, are people close to you, you know. Family friend. Maybe a family themselves. And when you see them look for some people, right there, so the killer there. Because them they're so close to you. Remember if you find out him gone. See? So the one of these things, you know, when it comes to, you know, if you look, you know, look too far. You know, real investigator know these things. Them that have a question and criminal. So I could just rub out when you look at nasty one where crap say, brother. But if you rub out where crap say, because they don't know nothing about poverty. You understand? Him a criminal, you know. I mean, we kill so you can't change that, not my word. We talk to too much people about him. Him should not be no deputy, no prime, this and that. Crime, deputy, but crime minister, crime. Eh? Him is bullshit. Him is garbage. And him shouldn't let people get serious. You don't want the country to move forward. I mean, Andrew come and tell us that him can go to the country 10 years now. Not my word, but I play it. I play my book when Pat finished that. Saying, me Andrew say him can go to the country, and what you do for the GDP. And that him did a sing the other day. Me sure the man say I carry energy system and make we get things cheaper and dollar, he make the dollar real value. Because him talk all these things from poverty to prosperity. And now from prosperity to poverty, you know. Because the dollar move from 121, Ghana 160 hard. Your bread, your butter, your toothpaste, your soap, your flour, your oil, your rice, everything move from where it is there. And gone in a trip and fuck the jet. And the film watch, you can't pay rent. In a 2015, you might have lived in a little get a little pay, could have rent a little place somewhere out and live at this. Try it now. Anywhere you're stuck, you're stuck. May God bless your soul. Yeah? And then him come now and I tell people, we short at 150,000. Number one, we don't have 150,000 because enough people have them little place and family place. If NHT, because them no good per numbers, I mean notice. If NHT ever build 150,000 houses, you know. Remember, enough of them that teacher and them out the door post like come see down somewhere down the country. I remember enough of them house either bank up NHT because them never sell. They will not sell. Nobody now have the money to buy it. Yeah? If you don't have a bank book, you can buy the house. I remember you couldn't build them and say you give them away, then you still have a bank up. The man that bank up the that's the boss, the housing bubble. And that's the bank of the country. So them said shot 150, you have to have job with benefits, not hand to mouth. Because they did 17,000, that is bullshit. When the money there is 6,000, look on the money where the dollar value, the dollar strong so with some big old muscle like old coke and bigger than them there. No, the dollar there, you know. The dollar, they put the dollar upon life support. If you pull it right now, that's it. You're going to use US. I like the dollar dead, the dollar. Hey, brother, from the man come in, you know, and the dollar go in a deep coma. I know it can't wake up in a brother. Andrew, what is the dollar sleep? The US. So it have no value. See, I like support them at the dollar pan, you know. Every minute them have to tap it up. See? You understand? A country can't run, so the country must up. And by the way, it cannot run without proper hospital. Let me tell you the next thing. Yeah? Because I'm Pata come, I'm a camera them, you know. I'm Pata come make them up. Now, let me tell you the next thing. You see the hospital, one of the stuff that I do not for running away, you know. Because what tough that I do, you know, you want to wait to when the children in the hospital are open, then they make this big thing. And then trick on them. But let me tell you this. No hospital cannot run without the nurse and the doctor, them, the physician, them for running. So if a man, even me and Pat and Byron, our bill, we get money and we build 100 brand new hospital and put the equipment down there. People, it not have no use to know. Tell me why. Tell me why, no people. If you shot over 2,000 nurses, and over 700 doctors, more than that, they shot at these people. I remember doctor, you know, trained doctor in 6 months, about a year. If we shot at these people, if we look about healthcare, we don't have no healthcare system. So even if we get a brand new building and put 1,000 bed in it, and you go lie down in the bed and no doctor and nurses to look about you, that's a hopeless case. And that Tuftung should have do what we see fly around the world. But instead, you know, when start to now, I try to trick on the on the road, him turn black and on the road I ask you one bag of bullshit. One bag of garbage. It not help you know. If him come and mug with a clinic and a country, but it not listen. As long as you shout at those doctors and then him go send home nearly 400. Can they send over some last year in a better? The Cuban them, you know. And then him go finish send the rest. Him cripple the system more. And him can't replace it. When them feel up on America and talk to America and say, listen me, when you entice them with money, I want to know a third world country, you shouldn't about to take over people. Yeah? I bet when they help, because when I help people, them no mind, them take them. Them take the most. Other people get them too, but them take the most. Okay? Them take the most. See? You not talk to them one on one, on the man there alone, them do them thing there, you know. Not punk. Hey, me love Sir Man, they set the thing in a better. Because me like talk one on one, you know, me not in a business of who, you know. Because the one way are just human being. So if you speak truth to power, might cannot be right. So speak truth to power and you're good. You understand? Man, the same now creep on him knee. And him said, them are trouble themselves, him now bother them. And on the backside, him have to put on the levy. And he said, him never do that, Jamaica crumble. So him get that money there, for drop in, and when him also look up every year. Can you imagine? You are looking 100 million for about 10 more. You used to make 25 million, you make 175 million more. We could have balanced the country. You're going up to 200 million. If him never do that levy business there, you know, and take over that, Jamaica done, you know. Jamaica would have done. You understand? That would done. See? So a good thing what him do. And him say, Andrew, this a type, this a puppet, man. You see the man destroy the place. You see this, you think them can, you think me could I not know forum and thing and them carry Andrew for come reason with me. Come here ask him some question, him have to move, you know. Them have to move it. And me say, if the one of them come out and want a bull crap, and next want a bull crap, but the country not moving, it not produce. We have a service economy. All them do a trick no more. 10 years. A baby was born in 2016 at 10 now. 10. If you was 10, you're 20 now, you're young, you're young. Some of them people are get married. If you're 12, you're 22. Can't vote long time and all kind of things. And just still come up with the foolishness. You never get rid with this guy. You understand? And as I said before, there is no way. Right now, what Tuftung do, Tuftung now even budge and try to even negotiate and get some doctors for full the health system for helping out when they went dead. Remember them fly out, you know. Tuftung be sick and them fly. The big boy, them fly, them have the money. What only brother, only thing I surround some of our people them right now are fly. Them can't fly. You understand? Them is surrounded by hungriness and the place and the rubbish will pile up. So only thing them is see some fly. But them cannot fly. You see me I talk about Pat? Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, brother.
And that's the reality, you know. Yeah. But maybe just broadly, you know, look on with Dr. Crab and him garbage where come out of him out. Yeah, saying that property does not breed crime. Now, I want to know which part this guy live. And I want to know if him have a constituency where the people them is not undergoing poverty or not. Because I know him not have no big affluent community where I'm representing or ghetto him represent. So when I say to Crab and the Jamaica Labour Party administration, yeah, the reason why Jamaica have this high level of crime is simple because a country that does not have in place a proper social security program will always facilitate crime. Yeah? So you have to have that in place and you have to have well-trained professional people working in the industry of social security that can roll out a social intervention program to tackle poverty so as to reduce crime. So when him come with him shit, when him not listening to me, because I'm a criminal. Remember, him have one of the biggest gang in a Western Jamaica. Stone Crusher gang. I remember we know about Sweet Pea. And how Sweet Pea work for you and you get rid of Sweet Pea. And that was a result of Sweet Pea coming for collecting money and the money never available. And him in a some altercation with Dr. Crab at the half. And Sweet Pea go lift him on and Sweet Pea get a permanent place for rest. So this guy can't talk to it. Yeah. And one decade of hardship upon the Jamaican citizen, and the hardship was such a widespread rollout canvas that it affect even trained civil servant, people of professional class, like the teachers and the nurse. They had to run away from Jamaica because of poverty wages.
True.
So this administration constitutes to only poverty and not prosperity. That was a three-card trick where Andrew played upon the Jamaican voters in a 2015. Trick them using the word from poverty to prosperity. Now, we as critical thinkers, we have to be, careful in how we project what we say in regards to what we see. Now, when I look at what is happening in Jamaica, I can only attribute it to the government of the day. They are the one that is facilitating crime. So we can't allow Crab to come talk to whip on crime. Crab is a crime facilitator himself. Him in a WikiLeaks for criminal activity. Him cannot travel as national security minister, and so it's useless him coming to speak to us about crime. We need somebody of greater stature, greater substance, proper, transparency, and person who are accountable, to serving Jamaican people, as the chief for the police force. Him are the high command, chief for the police force. Now, Jamaica is gripped by corruption. Crab is a facilitator of crime, and crime is also intertwined with corruption. Andrew, the crime minister, the same. The guy in charge of the GSCF as the commissioner, corrupt. As a matter of fact, the whole entire GLP cabinet is corrupt. Tuftung as well. So these people are the one who have allowed crime to increase to the level where they want to use it as a scapegoat for killing out the ghetto youth them. We have seen how many youths from the ghetto where these so-called politicians, because them are not politicians for me, and that are them base the ghetto. Just look where them have them seat, man. And your seat is in our ghetto, Crime seat in our ghetto. I mean, crab seat in our ghetto. When you look, the whole of them seat, Dead Man Mackenzie a ghetto. A ghetto people put them there, but them a kill out the ghetto people. And ghetto people don't get nothing from politics in Jamaica more than saltfish from the Labour government. The party that care for the nation is the People's National Party. That is the party that has built Jamaican and Jamaican. You understand? Because education is the key foundation to building your nation. That's where you get all your professional people coming from. The People's National Party has made sure that education is fundamental in Jamaica. Them people are what them do. They mash up education. Siaga, Bruce Golding, Andrew destroy the education. Because they want to keep the people them dunce so that them can use them repeatedly. And come in and trick them repetitively. You understand? Carrying out the same trick, lies, and con. And using it repetitively everywhere them go. Them promise the people them. And I know them can't fulfill one of them promise. And you don't fulfill none. You understand? So we have to look on Jamaican people now. And we have been saying it to them. How hard it is for you to draw the comparison between the two parties. Which one pressure you more and suffer you more? Which one provide food for you and you pick them? Which one provide affordable houses for you and your children? Which one bring more to the table as it relates to legislation to protect workers' rights, women's rights, children's rights? Which one? Well, I know for sure the People's National Party, and I'm speaking from a place of authority because I lived through it. And I have seen the performance of both two parties, and I can tell you one is way ahead the one that served the least time governing the country, is way ahead on performance. And the party that has the country for the longest, serving as government of the people, is the worst one. Nothing in terms of what they have to show as achievement. So we have to look upon Jamaican people now, yeah, as the root cause to why the Jamaica Labour Party can have the country, yeah, governing the country for the longest period of time, but has nothing to show more than crime. When you look at how many of them end up through the judiciary for stealing from education, it begs us to believe. I remember I just telling you, say education is the foundation anywhere you go in the world. That's why it's the first world country, make sure no say them have a good educational program. Because that's where they train them young youths to be good quality professional when they grow up to serve the country and to increase the GDP. Now, the crime minister talk about GDP. Crime minister, you should have known, say, Jamaican people, under the current scheme of things, cannot achieve anything looking like GDP. Simply because there's not a program for them in Jamaica to earn and to increase their GDP capacity. When you have a guy like James Roberts who are kill all the farmers them in the country, all the 248,000 registered farmers can ever make anything out of Jamaica. When the same government in charge of running the country's affairs is running a corruption scheme to kill all the farmers them. It begs us to believe why this guy, why these corrupted people, these dishonorable people serving as member of parliament from the Jamaica side, the Jamaica Labour Party side of things, is coming out and trying to trick the people again with some slimy narrative. Eh? Go tell the Chinese them and the Indian and the Israeli them we wanna have in the country. And them wanna look on and tell them say them need to up the GDP. And them have the landscape for themselves. Yeah, and them get all the free incentive. Jamaican people not getting any incentive from this administration. Them get resentment. Yeah, nothing is put on the table for my poor brothers and sisters in Jamaica. And who want to fool themselves by using politics as a platform. Yeah, and talk about Andrew Holness. We don't need to wheel and come again. Because Andrew not talk about uno. Yeah. All who are use the platform them and come out and chat shit out of them mouths and a defend a worthless kleptocratic government. We don't need to look at yourself in the mirror. Because all you know are doing now is sink Jamaica further below 80. By supporting a guy, yeah, who is well known to be a crime minister, whose statutory declaration cannot be certified from 1998. My people believe melting pot. Yeah, him cannot be certified. So you know he's an uncertified politician going all over the world. Say I represent Jamaica. I remember the people outside of Jamaica, you know. And we are talking about heads of government. Yeah. They know about him. They know that he's uncertified. And so people like Donald Trump has made him a scapegoat. Yeah? Use him like a puppet. Cause them have him file. Yeah? This is why them get rid of the doctors them and nurses. Yeah? And this is why what my brother Wayne Lonesome just said, that if you build even 10 hospitals, you know, and you don't have human resource to put in them is no good. Them is no good. And if you have human resource and you don't have machinery resource inside here, there's also no good. So the two components have to work hand in hand to make the institution function properly. Now, with all that been said and done, I have not heard from Tuftung how many new nurses is in training. We don't get a number in that regard. We don't even get an information stating, well, I have 300 nurses and 150 doctors are trained up. We don't have nothing like that because them no have no responsibility when it comes to the health in the country. Lack of responsibility. Them guys fly out just for them need. Them fly out when time them, family member go give birth. So all our institution as it relates to health, whether you talk about the Jubilee Hospital or any other hospital, remember, a scant regard pay to them, because them no use it, Them know it no good, that's why them no use it. Scant regard. That's why we have so many babies dead under Tuftung watch. You know, hula baloo, like when time Dr. Fenton Ferguson was in charge. And them as the opposition, they make the most nice. Dr. Fenton Ferguson resign. Now Tuftung has been creating havoc for a decade and still remain as the man in charge of the Ministry of Health. That could never happen anywhere else in the world. And this is what outlined to me that Jamaica is in the hands of mafias. Mafias running the country. Criminal. Mafias running Jamaica. Yeah? We have to call a spade, Can't call it a diamond. No. Because just look at the two hospitals that is being built in the West and how long and how much money has been set aside. Yeah? And what was the actual estimation in the first place? It was estimated at a $2 billion refurbishment program that has skyrocketed now near 24 billion. And this man still hold the post as the man in charge of health. That could never happen nowhere else. Yeah? When you look at crab, the amount of Jamaican citizens who lose them life and a FEMA administration, and him still hold the post as the man in charge of national security, but him can't go overseas, go engage in a no seminar as it relates to security, whether locally, regionally, or internationally. Him can't participate in none of them activities there. So him clueless. Him not no knowledge. Yeah? One time when it look bad, me see them send Gugu Gaga, a man we can't speak, two words to put together. So you look on those two ministers, yeah? And you see where they have been, desecrating the ministry where them represent. Tuftung, desecrate the Ministry of Health. Dr. Crab, desecrate the Ministry of National Security. Now let us move on to the leadership now. The man in charge, yeah? The chief civil servant. Remember, him now relinquish all of those lucrative accolades that I just mentioned and become the crime minister of the country. Cannot be certified from 1998. Yeah? Remember, Andrew forget investigation for the 47 million where I'm coming up politics with at the tender age of 25-year-old. Him forget investigation for the shell company them. Remember him dodge tax, Him is not tax compliant. And this is why under FEMA administration, you see how much billions of dollars out there, if not trillion, owed to the taxpayers by the private corporate entity. So we're not collecting tax from corporate entity. The country is collecting tax from the poor black Jamaicans who have now become the camel and the donkey to bear the burden of the tax for the country Ghana. Because them now collect tax. Big Mama, 1.5 billion plus 10 write-off. We don't add up that for me, my people. 1.5 billion, you know, plus 10 write-off. That means, you know, say that entity delinquent. But that is the entity that is getting so much money from around the crime minister. Yeah, for time slot. This is your crime minister. Remember $12.02 billion gone from Ron Andrew ministry, you know. Him office, you know, the prime minister office, kind of ministry. 12.02 billion, my people. Andrew, you need to come tell me what you do with the 12.02 billion, but we have an idea where it go. So when you look on these three main stooge, call them a stooge, and see what them do to Jamaica, then you know, so the whole of them for go to prison, man. The whole of them for go to prison, you know. We look how this guy come, yeah, on the back of the pandemic, where the world shut down for how many years? About 2 years and plus. And just as when the world economy start to get little, you know, breathe. Some little life are breathing night. Where Andrew do? Andrew come and increase the whole of them salary between 200 and 300% for a weak economy. And come and talk about now about Jamaica now do nothing to build economy and raise GDP. When him flatten everything, when him come out and lie to it and talk about the reason why the government now perform is because, you know, they are not being properly paid. What can go so? What can go so? Remember just when you campaign for take over the country from Mama P and you tell the most lie. And you know what the salary entail. But all of a sudden now, the salary meager. Because I want to raise them increase so him can continue the criminality and then use the high increase in them salary for say, and that's where making money from. The Holness, them are the biggest criminal in the country. Yeah? And as such, everybody around them perform the same activity. Because monkey see, monkey saw, monkey do. Yeah? Now we know that is what going on for the last decade. This is why never before in the history of Jamaica you hear any government come under scrutiny for $3 trillion. Them said unaccountable, but we know it's stolen. You understand? We know it's stolen. So it just goes to show you that this administration is all about taking the money for themselves and suffering the people. Putting the people them back up against the wall where them can't find food, them can't find nothing. Every day them life subjected to interrogation by a state that seems to be representing a dictatorship. The long gun them need to come off of the road. The M16 them won't waste the money pan. We need to stop buying M16 rifle. We are not a country who is at war. So we don't need these type of high sophisticated war crime guns on our street. We need to reduce the money that is set aside for the Ministry of National Security. As a matter of fact, that ministry must not be awarded any money currently. I have seen policemen and women with several guns, individual having 3 guns. Why would you want your policemen and women to carry more than a firearm? Are we talking about a little island? Just under 3 million. And if you take out the young one, the fully fledged working class and the senior citizen, how much idle youth you have where you need so much ammunition for your patrol? When I unu create the monster them in the ghetto, I unu first give them gun. I unu open them eyes to gun. Yeah? But unu no open them eyes to skill training and employment. So unu give the youth them the gun. The youth them lock the gun. Poverty a catch them. Them turn big man and have woman and picnic. How them provide food for them family. How them make a life out of a society that does not have a foundation for them to make a life in their own country. Service economy, that not gone away. Youth a plant up them food, it a glut. But you have a member of parliament over St. Thomas, a wreak havoc. You have a guy who run away from the country, who give this guy the power. Nigel Clark at the time. Grant James Robertson, 2 Class A importation agricultural license for green produce and also remove the tax. So him give him tax exemption as well. And him run away. But we are going to bring you back in a Nigel. We are going to bring you back. We have 77 years. I will use for you soon when the right time comes. You think you can't get away? So we just want to show to the Jamaican people say it's an uncaring administration around the country. And the country now has gone fully dictatorship. The country is in the grip of the iron fist of the Holness, husband and wife in combination. You understand? And we need to stop this as soon as possible. Because I don't think Jamaica can last out Andrew third term. No way. As a matter of fact, we might not have no youth left back in our country by them time there. We say working class people with skill, you know. Yeah. So Omar Anderson there, AK Pangi, him is a Tyler, wanna kill the Tyler. Wanna kill the Tyler. And them 2 garbage there. We murder the man to be held accountable. Warren Minto and Peter Pike, along with Miss Dunbar Green and Paula Llewellyn, is responsible for the demise of Omar Anderson, A.K. Pangi. Because when you look on certain situation as Pangi outline, you know, in a post, you know, it show you say, yeah, the DPP, Paula Llewellyn contrived with Miss Green, yeah, with Miss Dunbar Green. Because Dunbar Green, you know, after collecting the evidence from the policeman, you know, did not drop the charge of illegal possession of firearm and robbery with aggravation. She did not drop that. How can the person who is reporting a crime outline to you that Pangi did not hold him up with a gun and Pangi never robbed him? Then how you charge Pangi for illegal possession of firearm and robbery with aggravation and send with the man pan that? You know, it's an injustice that. Well, that is a prime example. Yeah? To show everybody say, and you not care about the youths them. The mixologist youth, Jabbar Farkison. They murder him too. They murder him and come up with all type of fictitious lie. When we are watch them live, I know so them a tell lie. Yeah? Bigger than businessman, you know. And every businessman pay tax when you're up on the low scale like a ghetto youth. Everything you do, you pay GTC. So you know, bigger than a pay tax. Bigger than was murdered while on the job. And Minto come tell lies, a shootout, extensive shootout, with several men and the rest of man them flee. The invisible man them flee the car. Yeah? And all you can see as gunshot exhibit is the one that we're going through the windscreen. The side of the car them clean. But an extensive shootout them commander. Where them have to even call for backup. Now them that blatant lying on my people. And you can't trust a government who lie, you know. Yeah? Now when you look up at St. Thomas, the youth with them murder, you know. And the day in question, them have him in a custody twice for the week. Let him out, and them last word was that them were murder him, and them did murder him. But at the time when they murdered the youth, what was the youth doing? The youth was getting ready to go to him job. Oh, why you get to youth them with the man them a murder? A working class people, so Andrew get the fuck out here when you talk about Jamaica now do nothing to improve the GDP. Go on side, you slimy crime minister, criminal, nastiness that you are. Killing out the working class. Cause you want to give the country to the Chinese, them you shit house you. And the Indian them. And the Israelis. So my Jamaican people who don't need to take sleep and mark death. Because death is at everyone on doorstep in a Jamaica. I'm telling you, death is at on the doorstep. So you better be careful, wise to this criminal administration. This guy who is a large man, where blood is the price him paid to him large administration. So him have to sacrifice and run on the blood. Can't stop running the blood. Because that'll keep him in the position where him there. Him is demonic, satanic, personified. How can you allow the country to be in the hands of such despicable individual? Eh? That choose to live a demonic life, calling himself bro God. You should have take that and mark him as an individual. We have never had any more prime minister in our country where utilize the word God, bestowed it upon himself and call himself bro God. Bro piece of fucking shit. That's what him is. You understand? Him and him big size 14-foot woman. Yeah, cause a woman life him a live, you know. Him not live no matrimonial life, you know. So it's just two people a roll the country to ransom. Yeah, two crime individualists. And we must bring them to bear. Because 10 years worth of robbing, looting and shooting is too much for 3 million people to undergo. This worse than in the time when Michael Manley and Bob Marley fight for South Africa. When S.W. de Klerk was up against Mandela. When you have all them Mugabe and all them guys there. Yeah? When you look and see, it's the same thing you see in Jamaica now. Starvation, suffering, and the administration killing the youths them. And nobody cannot do anything about it because it's a regime in place, not a democratic government. Democracy has gone away from our society. And labor rights, you are the reason why Jamaica have lost its democracy. Because you know, continue to support a garbage regime who only have one thing on their mind, criminality. And so criminality has become normalized for member of parliament, representing the electorate in Jamaica. Mighty God, you'd never believe that the word honorable has now become an undesirable word. Nobody no want to hear it. Because these men and women, they are not honorable, they are dishonorable. Where did Juliet get all the wealth from? Fair bill more than one complex simultaneously, where one of them value 800 million Jamaican dollars. And when she carry out a whole heap of breaches as it relates to planning permission and planning regulation. She breached them using NEPA under the armpit of Andrew Holness. Using Feda Delroy Williams, who was in charge of KSMAC. And you know, KSMAC had them give planning permission. You understand? So, the whole thing is a mafia scheme, my Jamaican people. Yeah, until we get rid of the mafia, Jamaica never grow. Jamaica can't grow. Jamaica need a cleanse. A cleanse of the Jamaica Labour Party administration. And I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So here these people, the ministry, after the people then put up the sugar, we kill them, right? None of people supposed to sick at the sugar when they make the Chinese, them sell the people, them help. The health ministry just come out now, come talk. Let me show you what I want. Look here. Look on this. Health ministry wants, instead of Tuftung, from the man put up this around last, let me talk to my brother here, with the on the line. Yo, brother, what on? What on, brother? You can't hear me, brother? Turn on your thing. Yeah, man, what on, sir?
Yeah, man, man.
No, but yeah, this, let me say something to you. The health ministry now, remember I used to talk on the road and ask people about jacket and all kind of bullshit, right? No nurse, no doctor. No, after the people have put this up, remember, you know, we see this social media. Not even the main media, because them don't get so them just repeat and garbage. Health ministry warn against. Yes, consuming product from Pan Caribbean Sugar Company. I mean, contamination issue. So health ministry just a one. Remember, you know, somebody from down there tell me, say, they told me that, you know, through the sugar factory, you know, Ross and everything there, you know, Chinese not cater for your health, you know, them eat anything we creep in a better. Anything remove them, yeah. And them want introduce it to you. Yeah? No, I think like metal, they make you eat, I drink metal in your thing. This, how much people drink this and not even notice, brother? Because when you mix up, especially you mix it with little cool need and thing, you know, you just have to put your mouth, you stir it and swallow in a brother.
Serious health risks, brother.
Eh? This dangerous to people, you know. Look, but let me ask you now. They're not supposed to have some agency where test all them people, them know them are nastiness. Them people that shouldn't have put nobody food. Me nah, I'm not Chinese shop neither. Eh?
Yeah, man, them have food storage and infestation on the ministry, man. We're supposed to go around and check these factories to see that them are uphold the standard of these products. So of course,
so all this part, no, enough people. I remember I never over here trouble I'll be a last week, I'll be a sitting, you know. So the health minister just attack now. And this is show pan social media like over from last month. Or before. So get your eh?
It is a damn shame and disgrace to show the ministry, especially the health ministry, operate under this type of circumstance. You know, it's pathetic, man.
Let me ask you something. Look on the state of the health system, right? This is the next health crisis. It coming like the government and just want to kill the people, them and the business. Because the thing never come past social media and we are talking about it, you know. Remember them now come say nothing, you know, better.
And the issue is that, you know, sugar, you know, I'm one of the most basic staple food in the country, you know. And most of the time, the poor people tend to buy same type of sugar, you know. So, you know, it can cause a serious health risk. A good thing that the people are vigilant and recognize that something about the fact that the ministry responds, just a response from last month. I mean, And I know, you know, all we hear is that the people will withdraw the sugar and they might try and improve them quality assurance, and that can't be good enough.
But yeah, what them do? When the paper said that the health ministry warn against consuming product from pan Caribbean sugar, them are warn you against it, so them ban it.
Right, them not take no action against them, which is strange.
Do you see Tuftung in the road, brother? But let me ask you something. You did it. You ever said anybody from market me in the road that asks you know anything for the $80 million?
Who near market me?
Because I Tuftung me I seen on the road. Because market me, so them spend the money. Because them have to reach to the people and talk to the people, you know, and teach them things.
No,
but no, you never see market me before.
No.
So how Tuftung him now instead of market me, because them take with money, you know. Finish off a prick. Instead of market me out there, Tuftung out there now, turn blogger. I ask people about jacket.
Hey, them people operate way beyond the scope of what they're supposed to operate, bro. They see them core responsibility. Them they dodge it, brother.
Jamaica gone, brother.
Yeah, them not performing for them capacity under the portfolio where them have to run. No, can you imagine it's a big shame and disgrace, you know, when the Minister of Health cannot out there and interview people in private life. When he himself as a minister,
yes,
somebody ask him about a kind of indifferent behavior as a minister. And him tell him, say, if you leave them, if you not a film, none of them business, a film private business. Eh? Can you imagine?
But you know, so when I get that, when I get a 28 million for, because that means him have time for them and not work, brother. If you put up them, and by the way, let me tell you something now, brother. I'm going to tell Pat this, I'm going to tell you this. A false pretense to collect money by it. Because they're not working, you know, people. Well, Tuftung should I do, you know, is go find some doctor and nurses to the country, you know. Because right now, people are go blind, them just get a pile up. But instead of them do that, in the microphone, as somebody have video all over Jamaica, like a parasite, I put up these videos. People for point it out and stop him. Can I get paid for not working, brother? No, sir, go.
The Jamaican people, them settle for mediocrity every single time. Pure mediocrity them deal with. So, you know one that the minister will get so much money to act in a capacity as a responsible minister, can out the road a gallivant, out to my interview people. After him pay market me, him contract him sweetheart so much million, and him out there do that when him not doing substantive work.
No, I didn't take accountability for nothing. Because up you know, remember we still have $500 million, we don't know how that going, them friend them who get the contract and all kind of things. Them destroy some of the paper them say them flood out and I don't know how, because you will never say nothing flood up there, you know, brother. I mean, know people work up there, you know. And never say, where the flood come from? Where was the flood? I mean, I wonder if I know one, they matter about kind of flood never there, you will. None.
The system and have no name checks and balances from the highest level, brother. You understand me? So the people who you put in a position in order to ensure that accountability is executed. It is nil.
Tell me something.
The taxpayer, them really and truly, I get a beat when them look on the kind of performance and the kind of action government I give them for them tax dollar, brother.
Let me ask you something now. Very serious question. As a former civil servant worker yourself, we retire, right? You ever see the country run in a year time, any at all? You ever see the country run like this yet before?
Is the worst I've ever seen the status of this country. And the evidence and the data is there to substantiate what me I said. It is there. I mean, the sufferation, can't be no worse than it is right now. And when the Prime Minister talk about the 70s and the 90s, the man is so disingenuous. It's not funny. You can get up and tell people these people just sit in front of him and skin them teeth.
No, but brother, to me confirm, if me even confirm 1, I confirm 1 to 10. And if me confirm even, if me the 70, me not just go 70 and jump 90. So what me da miss out the 80s. And then boy me just miss out, and then boy me go 2012 to 2016 and then miss out from 2007 to 2011. It don't make no sense. Because hey, me say something to you. And knowledge of power, me know say you want a critical thinker like we Can't hear this now. If film listeners are who follow him, listen to him speak. And if your government did have one good in the 80s, or 2007, brother, if that jump it, brother, if that stand up proud of it, if that boss Siaga and Bruce, even the 70s and 90s alone, brother. So why you mean, all the big gap, right away, I tell you, them mash up the country, brother. No, that's what I tell you.
Don't go so far, brother. After 1989, the people kick out the government for 18 years because of maladministration.
I'm going to tell you something too. I'm going to say something to you. P, I'm going to say something to you. Remember, in 2007, all them get a 1 seat over Portia Simpson, Them come up with that thing with them called traffic guru. Them come up with scandal. Traffic guru was nothing. So the woman from the bank, she there now, run out. I remember say abuse run out with that, And then when we look at the whole civil society, corruption, and them just be pushed by a seat, right? You notice what them do? Tell them who win. Them draw a card and say corruption and scandal, traffic guru. That was no corruption, brother. If I'm a tough them say the mothers of corruption, mothers, Me not talk Siago will beat the one of them and say they done, Yeah? Me not talk Siago. We down there, we destroy the place. We cause the meltdown in the 90s. Because that started in the 80s. Why you think them skip? Oh, if you talk to people, hey, one of people, if you want to vote for Andrew or not, If somebody talk to you in a true farm, you could have tell me about if you just skip by 10, you say 70s. And then 90s. So what happened to the 80s, sir?
You leave all the 80s all together.
Then you skip down at 2012 and 16. So you leave out 2007 to 11. So right away, can you remember if the government or the JLP that go on good, them that boast for life post stop. So that alone, if you was a JLP, well, nobody else now talk about if them are JLP. Me just ask still. If you didn't go about JLP, because we can't ask Pat that time, we can't ask none of my brother them what pan line, P na Pat. We can't ask them that if them was no JLP, because that now go in them DNA. See? Them are Mandates. See? So, me just talk out there. If a man was a JLP. No, me say you and Pat, me can't talk on a Mandates. And that me just say, me can't ask you that.
Right.
No, you know why you say the quiet, I think me say me and Pat, no, me say you and Pat. No, me say you and Pat, me can't ask you say if you was no JLP because yeah, me not ask you that because when I read Mandate. So me not can me ask the question, no more need to ask you, me just want to figure it out there. I never want to ask the people them here so. Right? So me I say, if somebody out there were a JLP and you're a leader for your party, say, well, the 70s, and then you jump to one of the 80s and you not tell me what happened in the 80s. I can't trust you. Because after 70, then 80, then 90, Then you come to the 2000, and you jump that too, you know. You jump 2007, go, and you go on a mama pay and tell lie. And then come back. That means something happened then. So be that curious you want to know what happened then, brother. Not true.
You know, so them never start not about incursion.
Nothing. Not. Yeah. I know them buy the money back from the and oh Patterson leave the first to do so. Yeah. And then carry back to the IMF. Yeah.
From 2007.
Yes.
To 2011.
Yes.
Was a tumultuous period, you know, sir. When a lot of things, you know, where they want to draw up on them biggest criminal in Jamaica, you know.
And the man they melt on the country too.
Bring down the government, and they never ever mention that.
Yes.
Only not dying as a result of acquainting with criminals.
I know some people that must have in Ireland. Yes.
And Holness never mention anything. We never hear mention anything about the period yet.
No.
People and I feel them watch.
Say say 100 and odd. Them say yet you had say 100 and odd. Right? But let me say something again to you. You see everything happened to the country. Look on the country now. It destroyed completely, right? I mean I said to you and Pat now. It destroyed completely. And you notice what Andrew do? Him have a look of minions them in a New York. Him take up money, say him have give them an update for the goodness where I'm going with. Remember, you know, them just rob nearly $10 billion because the people them not really get that money neither, you know, brother. Rob that one and them friend and give them friend hardware and them thing there. I be a money the people them sit down and robbing, brother. No people can't build back, them not have the money for building a part. Them not have the money for building P. Them not have no money, them not have no money for build back. You give them the material instead of the money. If you're not smart than Andrew, let me tell you for me, if me are in a country, and me come up with a little eat that money like that to give you. Before you was a vendor, you can buy some load and sell it. Can you not leave yourself outside? Me want to get the cash in a brother. Because even if you buy the load, me I make some tax after that. Even if you have a little shop, and you have a business to put you back on foot, you will take that and build back yourself. So I rather give you the cash. Yeah. Me just want to know me get the cash. Them not smart, you know. Let me show you where beat some people up here. Hey, you know, because they don't know numbers good. Let me tell you something. Me talk to one average the other day, I tell him. You have some people there and suffering. And so when they work for money, brother, them live a long time in a pot. And pay. But when they work for money, you know, when they take the money and put it in a, you work hard in a small same way. And then take the money and look and down in a Jamaica and then put it in a house. And take time and build a house. And I realize I better they keep the money here and go in our business. Research and go in our business so you will have the money and employ people. And that means you have to work with nobody again, you know. That means you could have built any amount of house you want to later do what you want to do. But if you take one money and tie it up, where you not do not with the house, you live your same way and you tie up your money down there. So what you do? You're tying yourself in something for your long term, brother. That's why rich man, that's why the Jews them make money, you know, brother. Them smart, you know. You understand what I say, brother? These are the ideas. That's why I say, Angela, them have to sit down and listen to me, because I notice they not no brain. I notice this is what our people them do. Even in Jamaica, maybe invest and you build a house and you build a, you find, if you find 500,000, you just dump it on a house. You know, so that could have set you and make you stop work foreign and turn you a proper businessman. Then you could have build where you want to build. Because remember, you're earning and you're employing people, you know. You turn a boss now. But them carry it, if it's $1 million, them send it down there and put it in a 1 building. And then think you later, well, me put it a bed and breakfast. No, you could have bigger than that. Invest it in a way there first. Like what the boy them do. Hey, brother, and we have the ideas in Andrew them. That's why I said them cannot go to the country. They're stupid. You
have to keep teaching them.
Brother, some things don't miss them I do. But and then I run off them out. And you know what Andrew do? Andrew fly out to you, give him a piece of glass thing, and say him a do good in a Jamaica when Jamaica mash up. People still in the school in Jamaica, brother. After 6 months, people living at the school. Yeah? And then when you look now, people living at the school, you know, but yes, still yeah, get a little glass. That don't mean nothing to me. Because him didn't want to use that now for him to come in and them, you know, see him kill the argument. You know, you're not about the argument. Eh? At the same time, you know, that is just a camouflage bullshit. But the amount of work him do, when you look at Google, them give it, you know, and them up there, you know. Him going to one little room in a pot. And pay. Him going to one little room, have a camera. You could have stayed Jamaica, never need to spend that money. You never need to spend millions because you carry a delegation with you. This is more than slackness.
But the point is that a PR are sold by
of course.
So it's just another PR thing for try and bamboozle the people.
But we're feeling we feel the coup is a coup, you know. Because it's a coup, you know. Better, we're ferocious and identify it. Yes. You understand? If the more people worship him, brother. If the more people come and say, yes, see them are the greatest because they are going good, but you know, Jamaica mash up. The people them not build back. People still in that school for 6 months. And you got to, that mean, you know, when take that for brother, to show you how bad him anger with people, so him go up there and go take this piece of shit. I say the man not in a sense, man. And him disrespect to Jamaica people, brother. Who don't say that?
Even people who award him, they're worse than him.
I Google Gaga and them in the crowd. Are them up there?
They must
Man, yo, brother, him go up there for him crime minister award, man. That's all him could have go up there for. That's all him could have award him for crime in the country. Because members of this guy dishonorably, you know. Members saying cannot be certified from 1998. I remember say right now him have a force that is creating mayhem across the length and breadth of Jamaica. So it's only a crime minister award them could have go for. That's why them never need much more than the little garbage them when you see turn up. That's why I'm carrying a delegation with him because you want me know him a chop the money through ad pay, you know. Remember me tell the people let me do my own calculation, you know. At 200 billion 800 million 80,302 Jamaican dollars run through ad them and him no give no accountability for that. Him send out a little garbage when him Alvin Gale and him a discombobulate the figures them till him finally give me one. So me use the one them when him give me when I can understand. And it has revealed 200 billion 800 million 80,302 Jamaican dollars. So Andrew have cash to splash, man. Him can't fly out with the delegation. Yeah, because I have a mountain of money sit down pan since Hurricane Melissa. With all the 6.7 billion we him get from World Bank, IMF, and the Inter-Development Bank. Him get 150 million for the cat ban insurance. Him get another 70 million from CRIF and him get another 20 million US them me attack people. Yeah, in a CARICOM. In a CARICOM, him get what? 150 and 70, 220, 240 million US dollar from CARICOM region. 6.7 billion US dollars in loan. Plus him get some grant. And then him get the whole of the money we flood through ad pen. So what this guy I don't know is having a whale of a time sitting on a mountain of money that him don't generate through any form of, you know, employment, manufacturing, agriculture, or whatever it be. And then again, my Jamaican people, because I just say something very critical to what the development is now with the Chinese them producing sugar that has chemical in it. I tell the people them say Andrew bring the Chinese them to take over the country and kill out the black people them. Jamaica is soon to become a Caribbean island that is being replaced with Chinese national, Indian national, and Israeli national. And you know, want the coast ear people them in a Jamaica again, them want the silky ear people them. My Jamaican people don't need to wake up. And I heal back the floor.
Yeah, may I tell you, brother? May I tell you, Andrew, yes. Yes.
The figure we part forth, the 880 million when the OD man said, $880 US dollar.
Yeah, US, yes.
Here, Pat keeps saying that Jamaican dollar, but my understanding that the 880 million are US dollars and not Jamaican dollar.
No, man, US.
A US.
$40 billion, you know. Because the man said, the man said US, you know. And I no come out, come say not now, not to me, you know. Let him get 1.4 billion Jamaican with 881 point something million US. Because I remember a 1.3 million too, you know. So 880 put a one upon it at 881 point something million US that. That's over $141 billion. Yeah, because 500 million out of that are 80 billion, you know. Because remember, $1 billion, 160 billion, you know, better. At 160 to 1, you know.
Right.
See? So 140 billion that alone there, so when you just start, you know. And I know, you know, yes. You see that? Because the 300 million it'll be 100 at 160 or 480 billion, 48 billion that, you know. 48 billion. See? You understand? So, and then we have boss up there with over $41 billion. When do the money? Can me matter about him get some things and things that are Agpen. Agpen is nastiness. Then they talk about a couple $100 million and next 300 million. See? So me want to know what them do with these monies. Plus the fees them get more than that too, you know. But
remember, you know, Patrick. Remember, I know. The guy, Alvin Gale, giving a press briefing on AdPem, him says 17,000 person donate.
Yes.
17,000 person donate.
Yes.
To them thing where them set up. Yeah. Here is one. Numbers. Jamaican dollars. 69,790,904 Jamaican dollars. Put that down.
70 million.
All right.
Yes.
Him come back. Him say them get US 1,374,502 US dollar.
That's a 1.3 million.
And that come as support to the Jamaican cause. Yeah, that are money where people in the US are get. The money that come to the 17,000 person we donate. Then him come back now. Here it is, 880 million US dollar.
So put the 1.3 that now.
And donate into an account, an online account where them set up. Then him come back and him quote another figure. 295 million Jamaican dollars, 916,000.
So at 295, at 295, they put the 70 on it. And you get 3, at 295, you put the 70 on it. Take off a 5 or 5, 365. Or 364, right? 365 million. See? And then the rest of money when put the 1.8 million on the 880 million. That means it turn 881 million US. When you go there, it's 1.4 billion.
Let me go to the breakdown totality in the US for them collect. Them collect 881 million. 374,502 US dollar.
That's a US.
And then now two total in a Jamaican where them collect the 295 million 916,000 along with the 69 million $790,904 Jamaican dollars. So in totality, in a Jamaican currency, them collect 365 million. 706,904 Jamaican dollars. Yeah.
Yes.
And you put it come up to a summary of 200 billion, 800 million, 80,302 Jamaican dollars. Them need to come talk to it.
But we're convert the 800 and remember 1 billion or 160 billion, you know? And it's less than 1 billion. So, you know, that come up to 140 billion dollars. The 881 million, 141 something billion dollars. You understand? And they were the rest a million. We know them get more money more than that, maybe at 300 billion. But what him say? Wrong. What him say? Him say we get 1.4 billion Jamaican when him convert. You can't convert 800 million and get 1.4 billion, brother. Remember 1 billion US at 160 is 160 billion Jamaican. 800 million, it'll be 128 billion. I mean, you understand when you convert the next 81 million, you know, when you push it, let's say you get over the next 13 billion, that's all. You get over 141 billion. So you get 1.5 billion Jamaican, which I like. Where the money gone? And now I know him no answer. Why them take this dunset piece of nastiness and carry him there? I got him know about. Not too pay.
Yeah, man, I got him know about, man. Them hey, Andrew fast track the guy into the position, you know, and demote Richard Thompson, the man who was in charge, the man who was the director for ADPEM. Him demote him and have him a mentor this piece of shit from up at the army. We can't even relate to the public at a press release. You understand? Discombobulating him numbers them. But when them right and game for come out, come read them, tell him how to act like a stupid. Cause so Andrew can the society put novice and tell him to act like stupid. Discombobulate so he mash up the head, but me I make sure note when time him hit the eye point, you know, when him distinctly settle upon a number. Yeah, me write down the number them where him settle upon. So me know say yes, him said this fundamentally. This is how him come out come tell me.
I'm gonna say something to Andrew. Hey, P, let me say something to you. Andrew, I'm sure say Andrew can have in a country. You see everything Andrew solution. Remember, Andrew, you're wrong with a solution. Your solution. After everything, you start something afresh, something new. Remember, you know, you have professionals who deal with it, bureaucrats and everything. If you come with a new system, a new dish each time, you are go back here. Because you put your friend and call about them if you just eat a food when I understand nothing. You will never get nothing done. That's why Jamaica stands still, so you know. You understand what I say, Patrick?
Yeah, man.
If you come a STEM school, all right.
In other words, remember to reinvent the wheel, you know, if you want to put it away there.
Yes. All right. He might come now, hear him. You have build STEM school for 2,500 students. No, you're going over, we over Sunny. Look,
Bernard Lad.
No. Who are going to take? You have your kids, them go, whether Calabar, KC, Immaculate, away. You're going to make you drive. You live a Bulby, Harborview, anywhere they so. In the corporate. Where you're going to take care of people, anymore use some people from low grade to, you know, basic school. You're going to build something where you get the teacher from for Philip, by the way. Who are going to take them people from a traditional school? I live closer to them home and send them miles. More than a certain place, I take more than 20 miles. At their time to go to school. Number one, to reach home, you're not going to reach home and you alone can't travel in a bus. And the bus can run around the side and the route not the neither. You never going to take a bag of things. Right away, better in our work, I feel like that, you know. Because if you build a school like that, you're not going to have the population to fill it. You're going to look for town. But nobody now leave from town, go to Portmore, but say, go way up a Bernard Lodge. That then you all have a better way up to in a bush. Where am I talking? The guy no have no idea. The guy just have to see. Everything matter about you, you know. We're going to create a new this. How we going to create? Listen, he not have no idea for morning. It's just bullshit.
I'm listening to your back of your mind, brother.
Yes.
Anything you can do is to get some kickback.
We know that, but we have to defend the country, brother. Because, all right, you remember when I build, we hear him, the urban center, remember I him put the money there. Him give them the land for zero, like by $1. And make them build it. And then him promise, make them cut something with him for him pay rent. The government pay rent. You know, so I block him and try about the government door. If you take them...
the government, man.
You know, go up there, them not going in there yet. So I try about the government, you know. I try about the government, that means he may have percentage in it, you know, brother. Shares, you know. So when the money will then, you know. So when the money start, the government are paying now, it fuck up them bank account.
I know you're talking about when you say broke the government, you're talking about the hard working taxpayers.
That's what I do, brother. Take every, brother, if you rent one place to 10.5 million, you have 6 up there. See? And that's him I do. And that is why I tell the fan, hey, remember, I work out this to the people them already, you know. You know, Andrew Solaya evil that Andrew will tell them, say, no, Jamaica, you know, only they have self-government in a center, not no go so. Not no go so. When they have self, I'm then gonna give it back. And the Morant Bay Rebellion, it was not self-government. Them are protest against certain things, or them not get angry, them not get treated. The government up there not treat them good. So them catch them and hang them to Pantapite. So them did have self-government. And them up there hang them. Eh? I'll be a job when I'm learning mystery from, brother. Eh?
The man can always talk loose because nobody was supposed, like the media was supposed to hold him to account.
Yeah.
I correct him. He must get up and talk any loose system for bamboozle the people. And the mass media was supposed to do it and hear the rubbish when talk and say, no, so it good. They're just silent.
But then the facts check him neither. Because they get up and talk these things. And him say, no, modern days, you know. Put it in modern days. Is a stoplight in a Kentucky. And this the people. Brother, I me deliver St. Thomas. I run them way, you know. You at this me now. You come like me a cable. What is a Kentucky? And a stoplight. People leave from there, come at town all about them say stoplight. And every country have stoplight because you have one little road go straight through. You know, have no many road like down in a town now it's set. When you go cross road, a road turns, a road down, so you need a stoplight. The man in the stop one bag of bullshit on the one in a better.
Hold on, but brother, that just goes to show the mentality of your leader, you know. The mentality. In other words, he can't look and try to conceptualize what development supposed to be. If his idea of development is a Kentucky
and a stoplight, a development that.
It's a low mentality leader we have. If that's a hard process.
And the people in the brother.
Remember me tell the whole world, say man a prime minister material, you know, and him no surplus to requirement. The guy is a novice. The guy is a lunatic. Cause you rightfully say, no, Patrick, him cannot contextualize what development country look like and what develop your country. You know. The guy use stoplight and KFC. Stoplight and KFC. The guy a lunatic, man. And him, the labor right them, I put up on a pedestal. They like him a piece of shit. Him is a criminal at large. He must be brought to bear. He must be arrested and charged for high-level criminality. The world has witnessed it. I'm only hearing that in Andrew Wallet's activity in Jamaica for the last 10 years, you know. I remember every that carried out prior. But the last 10 years when farm government, him ramp it up so much and ring fence it round corruption. with a nasty thinking dirty DPP like Paula Llewellyn and this one I know, Claudette Thompson. I remember him create death squad, him create a death squad, you know, and him create a Andrew Holness police force. And what he has done, he has merged the two law enforcement body, JCF and the Jamaica Defense Force. They are now doing joint military operation. That is a sign of dictatorship. That is a sign of dictatorship that must be recognized now by every Jamaican woman abroad. Don't take it for a little simple matter. It is real. I yield back the floor.
Make us say something to you now, Patrick. Question number 25. So make us say something to you now, Pat and Patrick. So we say crab burn out. And crab say when the police them go out, like the one them carry out the hit, they must be in the camera. And who can tell them? You know when just what crab just tell the whole Jamaica say, those are death squads.
Yeah.
Every time I say you must wait. I remember when them can't tell the police them that. He's not supposed to do that. Yeah? And a film job that. But you are telling them you must wear a camera, that means you just confirm to us they are death squads. Because if they might do something upboard and then now break the law, them that blind and glad to wear them cameras. But him just say, you know, brother, you have to come and say, boy, them are death squad, you know, but by your words, it tell me they are death squads. We see what them are doing already, you know, but you just come confirm it, crab.
The point
yes.
is, you make a valid point, because the fact that body camera can tell you, can show you what goes on in these assignments, right?
Yes.
In these special areas, we have a body camera, it guide you and show you exactly how. If you refuse to use it, you know, to say, obviously,
it tell us. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that he just admit to say it's a death squad. He never tell me nothing else, you know. That is a death squad.
The implication, yeah. By
depriving
the body camera record were gone, of course.
That is true. So when them sit down, them put people in pan list, people put in pan list and tell them to come kill you. These are genocides. And him just by him come out and defend and say that when them go upon this operation, they must wear it. It tell you where we are saying along. Him just can't, him just, hey, brother, I saw the feds them and think old people when them talking about. Because if you say you're a national security minister, which your crime is, and you know say everything clean and them not doing this, you that tell them the first thing you have to listen, but they need to wear this. You know, come out and say no, them now we will go on them mission, yeah. And do you see them are killing in your house. So you just admit, you know, if you say, well, yes, it's a death squad. You just tell me by what you just said, it admits it's a death squad. In fool, me tell you, them don't say no. Him admit it. That's his admission. You know, sometimes you say something, but you don't have to say the word itself. By the action and certain word where you use and the behavior of them, and where them are trying to hide, it show you because you must say, we are go and do it because he want them with traffic. For where I can why. Everybody now, remember, you know, in a house, you know, and other people have did that already. Them no need for wear camera, you know. And the one them will go on these things for wear camera, you know. The one them with traffic, you know. And I say, if you have less camera, you get the one them will go on operation, the camera them for wear. Because out is just as a quint, everybody turn them full pan them, you know. So them can't get away if them wear it or not. We are see them. You know, see them push the one on the no arm man. No care where the people have video them. Can them out in the public. So the public have the eyes on them. See? So as the queen them turn it on. The one them will go on that to show it's a crab himself. When it's that alone a breach, you know. If you have a national security minister tell you for kill the citizens them at Jamaica, you carry it out. Hold on for charge. Hold on for charge. For these things.
But the Prime Minister don't make a comment about that, you know.
Him a part of it.
You see the society I said,
yes.
based on the run police killings, then we really need body worn camera when police are up on this operation.
Yes.
And the Minister of Security, Adam man, he said, no.
Yes.
We can't tell that. Nobody can pressure them for wear body road. They used to say, I hide something.
Let me not tell you them are criminal.
One day I said, boy, yes. As a matter of fact, he was the one who tell you how much camera him get, you know, for them wear, you know. And now that them get the camera, them say them not for wear it.
And this are all them lie and this are all them stupid.
To the dishonesty and the disingenuousness of the people.
Yes.
Remember how Black did tell you before we use the camera, how many camera in talking at Parliament that they might get for the police to be warned, because this thing really look serious, and you know, everybody, the police and the citizens are benefit by the police cameras. And now that them have camera, and he said, no, go wear it. So that was his intention from day one.
Yes. And now you see, him tell you, you know, a police, a man a shot and police are drop, and camera are drop. In fool your fault, camera not drop so. Every movie make with the camera move with every drop, it's still a show. And I like it drop on your face.
It never done good. So him come so stupid. I'm not wondering if I get senile now. If him sense of reason of
senile, him a criminal. Senile, him evil.
Him just not normal, Patrick, because remember, you know, it's a corrupted regime. Him administrate with, you know. So him know not now go do him. Him know no law enforcement currently now go pursue him. So him just an exercise where we know them race of people have against black people. Remember Chang, a Chinese descendant, you know. Remember him not like black people, you know, Patrick.
Yes.
A man in the wilderness. Him not like black people. None of them Chin and Chang where we have out of the place. So them not good for the country. Them need to leave a rascal country and go back where them come from. And that's my thing there. Leave a country alone. Them come from first world country. The second largest economy in the world. And come and pauperize a little island. When we know that long time them population outgrow them land space. Some of them live on sea. I expand the Chinese population all over the world. But them can't go in a first world country with it. So what them do? Them take it on the African and the third world country. It have to stop. Marky G, melting pot, I say this to you. Whenever, well, I know Patrick, I talk to Marky G personally. Because I know him I listen. Marky G, Sir Marky G, melting pot, the Titans, is saying to you that it's not if whenever you becomes the man in charge of Jamaica, you need to look into these Chinese, these mass migration of Chinese into Jamaica. There is something fundamentally wrong. They come into the country and they come as citizens. Did Jamaica advertise to the world say it's short of people and it need people? When Jamaica have no infrastructure already in place for the black people, the 3 million we're out there, no life, no proper housing solution. Oh, Chinese come and get housing solution. So you want to tell me, say no, the housing trust money we have built house out of Jamaica and the taxpayers money we Andrew a thief, him and him conglomerate them and I build houses. Where you see the Holness them I put up high-rise and 5-story building. You want to tell me say them house they are sell to the Chinese. The Chinese are buy them. So they make sure create the infrastructure for the Chinese by having house, give them botanical garden, give them how much 100-acre land, give them the whole of the business community as it relates to wholesale and retail and restaurant. That is part of hospitality. Yeah? And I have them build out the country. road, bridge, and other building. Mechanic and bodyworks, man. That's what the fuck Jamaican have. What Jamaican have? Right now, me mad enough. So, Marky G, I want you to have a full-scale investigation into how these people becomes with citizenship in a Jamaica. And you bring them, come there to vote you out. You have to take a look, Sir Marky G. And you have added to the voters list. All of these people will be loyal to him. Because we see Chinaman drive go up a sniffy yard and unload a lot of goods in a Melissa. So you know them have close affiliation. It needs to be looked into, thoroughly investigated, yeah. And who for go prison, go prison. Who up a peak and give them people a citizenship need for go prison. Need to go to prison. We have serious problem in Jamaica, my Jamaican. And a little soft thing I go on in Jamaica. Jamaica has now become a tug of war between the two giants, United States and China. And this is why the nasty Prime Minister said Jamaica a part of China, a part of US backyard. That means, you know, the man give away already. Give us a way. How Jamaica move from where it's situated on the globe map and end up at US backyard. Me never know it moves. The man give away already. So no open no eyes. I yield back the floor.
Let me say something to you, Patrick. But I make a talk now, but let me just say something to Pat right there, so. Jamaica is in a nobody backyard. Jamaica is a sovereign state. Nobody backyard. Okay? Yes, Patrick.
Yeah, what I was saying, and I may agree with Pat to a certain extent, but to the degree that the Chinese couldn't come here if the government never provide the access to them.
That I'm doing, yes.
The Asians them come after, you know, and what the government do? So them come.
In catch them and send them back. A black people. Yes. The Andrew Holness them wicked, you know. He might lock them up and send them, but not the Chinese. Yes.
The government never authenticate the Chinese, then them couldn't there.
No. But Andrew want to keep them. You know, let me tell you why I'm keep them though, Patrick.
Patrick said, no, in witness, I watch the Asians that were run from the terror of Ghana, Haiti, come here. And the government ship them back.
Them in a boy in a danger. And then we don't have no job. And the man I give number one, you see, you know, put the country first. Because if a country is not lend me money, I want to, you know, you borrow money. You can't give me 5 how much percent of worker. And them get 95%, them keep the money of them country, and then my country owe them. I mean, I forgot to give them a half a year. Your country will never build. I know some maths work. So me notice them no good for maths and a maths from the world. They are garbage. Brother, China lend you some money. But you're not cut a deal that you give for them work. Look out for them place. Them get a little factory all over the place. But we should have get on a build something, them have it. Yeah, them have a lot of things. Why you don't want your work to come to my country, come work? That means, you know, you're evil then. You want to keep with them wicked. And your people them keep the most money, so you can't go and build up that. And then them put it, yeah, what them do, them not get the money enough for the money you don't get to spend in a better. Them send the labor. Them send them a lend you, for them a lend you 5 billion. Them send the people, them and that's why them never send them one part. And Patrick, the other day, when they build the school, where the people them not get the money, you notice them send them back to China because them a rebel. Eh? Because the money stay. But when you done build it, you know, Jamaica owe you. So if you build a road, when you look now, Jamaica owe you, you send the people them come take over. And Jamaica owe you now. And I pay you with interest. Train up for people them and make them work. Self-reliance is the best thing. And don't tell me say it can't happen because you have some place. Look at Singapore. It was a little swamp place, them don't have no resources. And about a way, Japan have no resources neither, you know. You have enough country, and you're so powerful, them buy raw materials.
Even the United Emirates, Dubai, them not have nothing. A sea dump up
Yeah, them have the aisle though. But them have nothing else. They're not else than that.
Yeah, them have that. Yes, them have the aisle.
They not have no
Yeah.
reason. So them could have used the aisle and then build a, but yeah, what them do, them not did live on the aisle alone, because them know it I done one day. Notice what them do? Them are throwing them place in a little thing where you want them self realize everything them are doing that, you know. They don't live on the aisle alone, you know. You notice them smart, brother.
Them use the aisle to create Dubai. And then
if it dry up them good. Jamaica, a man did I use it to create them, take it, Sarah, take it and give it back. Yeah? No way I suffer. Yeah? You see that, Patrick?
Yeah, man. Me change that. What going on, man? And something has to be done, brother. Them
people power time now, you know. We have to make Andrew know, say, people power time. You see how much labor right now come out and cut against him. You have Rosie. You have our next lady we put out from down at St. Elizabeth, the power them. Yeah. Them have beat them Simalawu. Yeah. Quote them. See, she lick out against Nara. You understand? So, we want to see some more, man. No, because we identified 3 female who was, you know, under no illusion. Who is under no illusion. And they state their mind towards what is going on in Jamaica. A time for some of the long seed man, them get up now and start show for them true colors. Because we can't allow Andrew to have the country no longer, you know. My Jamaican people, if Andrew take the country into 2027, believe you me, so help me God, Jamaica sink and becomes like Sri Lanka the other day. So Andrew, you need to release yourself from the duty. Because you've not been working on behalf of the Jamaican people. You're selling them out. It is plain and obvious that you are selling out the sovereignty of the Jamaican people to your allies. Yeah? China, America. Yes. And we can't have the Jamaican people. Our foreparents fight to liberate we from slavery. Andrew and the administration have now drawn back Jamaica deeper in a slavery than where we have come from in the 18th century. And this is no gesturing. A logical sense melting pot has shown. Remember, we never have classism in a Jamaica in a them time there. Because it was black people on the plantation island. We never see no Chinese. We never see no Israelis. And we never see no people from down in India. A black people and the struggle and the movement. Yeah? And black people, yeah, have done great to free themselves from a backward slave master. And so Jamaica should not be accepting what Holness administration have on the table. Because it is slavery at the highest point in a modern 21st century. I yield back the floor.
Let me tell you, Patrick, yes. There were around 7 minutes, so I make you say what you say, you know. In the 7 minutes, for us, we have around 7 minutes, but we have to make you say what you say, because let me tell you this. Don't go and say this. You know, the people them have to get serious. What Malawu mattress to the other day, you know, she came out and she, you know, she speak her conscience. Because remember, at the end of the day, you know, your constituents put it there. Yeah? For the constituency. Yeah. And then you know, busy about party now. You cannot do things in the party and hold government accountable. And you have to make your voice be heard and do the right thing for the country, not for the party, for the country. Yeah? Them things say when Malawu mattress come, no, he can't do nothing. She can go to an independent and do whatever. And then first to do this. Then move her from that because last year she come and tell us the government now go on with nothing. And she said, well, we not do nothing. Remember when she said on the meeting, the one of them are look when I saw. Then make sure them not put her back in the cabinet. Cause she said,
Backbench them put her now.
She said, you know, the old judge and the old mattress, so, you know, she come out as speaker, you know, speaker, it was redo. You understand? Yes. So you will mattress around on at all. The mattress, all right. You understand? So you have some of them now I play politics. But she never did play politics. The mattress not play no politics. You understand? She want the government succeed. I know enough of them deal with that. You know, when they touch that, you know, when they give up, you know, Aki, but she want them to succeed, which them do a lot. Then, yeah, so she want to put them in the right thing, and when she see something wrong, she not go through with it. She don't want to subscribe to that. No, you see that, Patrick?
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, and in closing, you touched on one of the things I want to mention, the NARA structure. Right now, as it stands, you know, the Jamaican people must be very wary of all the structure NARA, you know, because whole NARA structure, you know, is that there will be no checks and balances with this ton load of money, you know, and only two people are going to have the authority to take NARA forward. Is the CEO and the Prime Minister himself. And if the CEO rob or do something wrong, them set up in such a way that they can never go to jail. That's why I'm asking you know, loans to take a deeper look into NARA.
Yeah, I look at it, man.
NARA, I will work out to one of the biggest sugar boats for the government you can ever find. With no consequence. Because right now, how NARA is set up, it will override all of the agencies who have responsibility in various sectors of development, structural development and otherwise. NARA can build bridges, they can do anything. They can override NEPA, all of them environmental issues, they can do all of them agencies are going to be like emasculated, put it away there. Them not have no use.
You don't know, but yeah, this not that not tell you, and then your woman put you know and colleagues. That's why the country are mash up. It all crumble front of you. So different from the money thief, you know. Now and now succeed, you know. Them will succeed already, you know, them. Big Mama the one of them and Queenie. But now I will not succeed. Where am I going? It now you can't tell me about road. We have one deal with road already. I deal with, you know, the water drainage. And whenever you use for, wait are good for. You can't override Akpen. Akpen work with everybody already, you know. And that's him I do, you know. One override Akpen. Eh?
Yeah, man. Listen, they just fast track everything.
But Akpen do this already. And there is not name no fast track where I talk. Remember the same thing when them come and talk about urban center, you know, say a white elephant, brother. Yeah? When them just get in front them and put one and understand no, so it has sink before it even start. That NARA will not deliver nothing at all when I talk is bullshit. Look at, if you get, all right, let me show you something what I say to you right now. If you say you give the people their money when NARA override, and what them do, the road? Can we have the money to build the road, you know? And them now put some money, when NARA build? Can you not build back the people them house, you know? Can you give them money already, you not build it back? When NARA build? When NARA build, brother, you can't build back private sector thing because them response to them one thing. Wait till they build. What do you use on NARA?
Loan money.
And the almost money coming to the youth, brother. If you say you have 100 house smash up and yes, still, it's a bill. And by the way, government have no money for bill back to the Jamaica either. So when NARA do thief money, when NARA did it do, because we have road agency and things for deal with road already. You can't tell me say the private sector place because NARA can't build them back. Them are build back them one place. So I'm going to tell me say maybe the market will pop down and maybe something else. When NARA do, I'm going to thief money. Now we have no youth. When I go with NARA is bullshit. Well, yeah, so it will take over for the road we have repair and everything there. That makes sense?
the camouflage, you know.
It's a camouflage that just thief them and thief money. No, hey brother, you know when me wrap my brain, you know, me look through the world and everything already, brother, it's bullshit. Alright, the road them are fixed now. What them have? Sparks. When I do take over Sparks, when them Sparks, kite now Spark, you know. And then we have National Road Agency. Them good already. When I do take it over. Because now I can't build over the old people, the people them place. Now I can't build back the private people them place neither. Them business, them have to build it themselves.
All of the agencies were set up.
Yes.
To do the various areas of work. Now I will override the whole of them.
But even if now I override them, but it now build back Jamaica because them have little, I'm going to them have just packs the road, you know, brother.
I should take with the money.
That me I tell you, I must Steve don't take money. When you matter about build Jamaica, you think you could have borrowed $6 billion and build back Jamaica? Get real now. Eh? So when I talk about bill, but you never get so much money that brother Jamaica block you know. When the man talk about shit in a man.
You ever see that play out, man?
Brother, that play out because now that I feel already. All matter we remember not the idea now. Remember when we run through now, alright. Me I run through there come at alright. Look here. This is what the man talk about when he go to Center Mass and we and put some map. I know that now one Kentucky take the people their money. The man tell you, say this will make you can have your kids and do play and do all kind of things. And when you're looking at that, and you talk about create this, create what? Them have a quote out over there, you see, and them have a holding pen. So if you do anything over there, the police carry over the court and them holding it. And that's over there, so. Yeah, and then pay the rent. See, you yourself with their Center Mass when I have no money, you can't rent a place over the place of Amaranth Bay. Why? 1.8 million, maybe the cheapest. Over here, get the money for rent. Can't you rent a little barber shop over there, you know? You have to go cut here, maybe if you have 50,000, you won't pay that. Eh? If you put a little clothes store in there, where you look, sell a pants around 40, 50 grand, walk about with them can get it for 2 grand. Eh? That will block you. That a waste of time and Holness one build that right around the country and put the government agency them in it. Me not tell you to plan for the government, brother. Eh? Plan for the government. Anyway, me see me go and then some caller come in and some me running a brother. You know? Yes, brothers.
Well, I just the Prime Minister here and Nancy is in deal, you know.
All right, sir. All right, but they are.
Blessing, blessing,
yes, sir. Up. Ttans! What do we about it? 1 AM.